And God is my witness. That man used to undress me after he beats me, and yeah, that is, I still am not over that. I'm literally not over that. But yeah, people didn't know too much about that. But like, that's the kind of man I was married to. Na nikiambia watu unajua unaogopa, like these things are shameful. Unasikianga ati unasema oh alinirape in marriage, unauza aje na ni bwana yako. And I think where it broke me ni wakati tulienda kwa the same pastor. No mtu aliniambia Kai, you know what I said? He said if
it's okay.
Alisema if you provoke him, he has all the right to hit you. And I was like, wow. If I provoke him, he has all the right to hit me. I was like, okay. Lakini nilisimama nikatoka hiyo meeting. So you know what I said? Nikasema
this is a pastor.
Imetosha. Uni pastor
mwende kutushikanisha. This is like your father figure. If you
provoke him, he has all the right to hit you.
When you were walking down the aisle, did you have doubts? Did you have like that voice that always tells you, I think I'm making a mistake here. I think I should step down.
If I'm being true to myself?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh. If I'm telling people, nah. It's like, nilikuwa tu sawa, you know? But if I'm being true to myself, honestly, yes.
Hello and a warm welcome to LNS. My name is Lynn Ngugi. Now, to try and even define my guest today would be an understatement. There are no words I can use to be able to define the kind of woman she is. I mean, she's an entire meal. This woman has gone through so much. She reminds me of myself at times, and I just look at her and I'm like, guy, if she can be able to move past this, then there's nothing we can't survive, my people. She's also a star of our time who blessed us, guys, with her amazing work in our televisions. And don't we all miss her? But I'm about to let her introduce herself. But before I do that, allow me to say thank you to our sponsors at Optivent for partnering with us on this episode. And you can check the property they have at Great Oasis in Nanyuki. Guys, call them. This is their number. All directly call Faith Esther through this number. And of course, Elegance Fashion Kenya for dressing your girl. I'm back with black. You guys, you complain I wear too much black, but I just love this black. You can check their numbers here too. And of course, Westwood Hotel for giving us this therapeutic space so we are able to bring you conversations that have the ability to impact lives. And now, without further ado, please allow me to let my guest today introduce herself.
Thank you. Oh my God, you use so many kind words.
No, me, I'm going to give you your flowers so when you're still alive.
So kind.
Hi, mommy, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Can you introduce yourself kabla nianze kuchoma?
So, I go by the name Idah. Kafura is my government name.
Yes.
But on the internet, they know me as Idah Alisha.
Yeah.
They may also know me from the show Mother-in-Law. I used to act there almost 8 years ago.
Yeah.
As Olive. Yeah. I did a bit of Tahidi, but I've been in the theater space for so long.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You see this face, maybe it's familiar to someone, maybe. But yeah, that's who I am.
That's who you are.
Yeah.
God, you are also an incredible sister, an amazing aunt, an amazing daughter.
Yes.
Guy, allow me to give you your flowers.
Guy,
even no, guys. Let's not start.
And we can.
No, you know, I've noticed that we don't give people their flowers. You are a star of our time. You know that. You are such an incredible actress, a great script writer. And I'm looking at you and I'm like, I can't believe I met this girl almost 10 years.
I feel like it's more. Yeah, we were what? When? Maybe we were 18 or 19.
I think it's
when we met.
That's a story for another day because I met you such a long time ago, and you are still sitting here is a miracle. It's a blessing. Thank you even for honoring the request to come. Wako karibu kuniambia ninyamaze. So I know you have such an amazing story. You've gone through a lot, and many people are wondering, where did Idah go?
Yeah.
You know, it's not so often you find someone at the peak.
Right.
You know how much we waited for that episode every single time at, Mother-in-Law, Tahidi, and then we could not see Idah anymore. I want to get to where this lady went, but before that, who is Idah? And can Idah talk to us about her life growing up?
Okay.
Yes.
So, like I said, Idah is a daughter.
Yeah.
I was raised by my mom. Hey, Wagare. So, and I have a sister. Her name is Jackie. My sister has 2 kids.
Yes.
So I'm also an aunt.
Yeah.
I am a friend. I would like to believe. I can't say I'm writing now. So I was a script writer for a little bit for Mother-in-law and Tahiti.
Yeah.
Still an actress, because that's never gonna leave me. It is what it is. I love art, anything art. So
Yes.
I don't know how else to describe myself. I love life. I love life. I think now where I'm at in life, I'm so grateful for life. Like everything I do to the. I don't know if I can face. I don't half-ass anything.
Yes.
If I can say that.
You can say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use my whole entire one. I do not try to, anything that life offers, I use it. I take it in. I'm so appreciative of life. So I really am a lover of life.
Yeah.
And yeah. I don't
And-
know what else to say
Yeah.
about myself.
Yes. And growing up, how was life like for you growing up with mom?
Growing up was good. I have really good memories. I have some not very good, but my mom did the best she could. It was really just my mom in the picture, because my dad left us. I think I was 3 when my mom decided to leave. My dad was abusive, so that's why my mom left. I thank God for that, because that I feel like it molded me so much, like looking back, But yeah, so my mom raised my sister and I until now, and that's all we are. We're 3. My mom's name is Joyce, my sister is Jackie, and I'm Ida.
Yeah.
We go by Joy Jakida. We even have a whole name, okay? It's a trio.
It's a
cereal
it's a
shop.
clan.
I mean, it was Joy Jakida, as in where? It's such a trio. It's like Powerpuff Girls,
Yes.
but in real life.
Yeah.
But yeah, so growing up was not. We were not very well off. Like I said, it was just my mom, and she did the best. Like I have really good memories growing up. I remember my mom taking us to Hurpak. I mean, to some people that may be Hurpak, but to me it meant the world.
You did the whole Fanta and scones and the boat riding.
That's a boat, me guy, and those are like memories that I cannot. Like I can even now in my life. Nikiambia mtu nilipanda boat to you, it says a boat, but to me it meant the world at that time. You know, I remember my mom taking us to, it was City Park, which is on the monkeys. My memories growing up are still, as much as we didn't have too much in life, they were still made very, very substantial.
Yes.
My mom decided to make a good life for us.
She gave you the best
And
she
she
could.
did. And she's amazing. I thank God for her. Honestly, if I am half the woman my mother is, my kids are set.
Oh.
Honestly, she is impeccable. Yeah, but so that's what it was growing up. I went to high school in Muranga.
Yeah.
That's why I learned all my Kikuyu. Hello. It was so bad before I went to Muranga. My Kikuyu was terrible.
Yes.
But so yeah, I went to Muranga. I went to Kianderi Girls.
Yeah.
And that, I feel like that's, I used to perform arts when I was primary school, but I feel like high school in Kianderi is what molded me to the arts and da-da-da.
Yes.
Because I had a teacher, he was my teacher of English.
Yeah.
His name was Mr. Gethenji. I don't know if he still teaches the school anymore, but he saw something in me. And do you remember when, growing up, in high school, they used to come and do set books for us?
Yes.
So we had a team come to our school.
Yeah.
Wakafanya, at the time we were doing Maimuna.
Jesus. Utengamano.
Utengano.
Utengano. Yes.
The river between.
The river between Nyambura and Muthoni and Wayaki.
Oh, yes. That was a good book.
That was a good
That
book.
was such a good book.
Yes.
So they came and performed.
Yeah.
And my teacher introduced me to them.
Yeah.
And at this point, I think I was in Form 4. Can introduce. Akasema, oh, she's really good. Nilikuwa nafanya poems. We used to go to national. So, he saw something. I was just like, yeah, nasemanga 2 poems. That's what I do.
Yes.
So he introduced me to them. And they took my number. Like, we exchanged contacts. So by the time I was leaving Form 4, I had something to do. They call me. I used to not drive, of course.
Yes.
I'm not driving. But I used to take matatu. We went to go to Naishi wapi nimesahau. I think we went to Naishi Maringo.
Yeah.
Ninapanda matatu from Maringo to Tao to Thika. Thika is where tulikuwa tunafanya rehearsals. Mind you, we did not have the superhighway. So it's like, and then they used to pay me 400 shillings.
Oh.
So fare kwenda Thika ni so, kurudi ni so. Ukikula ni so. So unarudi nyumbani na mia.
Na mia.
And you know what? That still meant everything to me at the time. It's what I loved to do and all that. And so, yeah, and I started doing set books. And I started going to schools now, and I acted in set books and actually acted. Was I Nyabura or Mudhoni? I was Nyabura.
Yes.
In that same book that we read.
That you read.
And I acted Maimuna too.
Oh.
Can you imagine? Like, it was such a dream,
Yes.
Nimesoma hizi vitabu, now I'm acting. It was so good.
You loved it.
Loved it, absolutely loved it. And so that's kind of what the root is. you know, like where it all started.
The foundation of you becoming this incredible actress.
Amen.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's where it started.
Yeah.
And then soon after, mkuja Nairobi, you're tired of going to Thika, man. Like every day, I'm in a rehearsal. And these people, sometimes they didn't pay us. Let me call them out. Because we're so young, people use you. They just keep your money. Like, mtoto anafanya na pesa, you know. But then I still have my family back home.
Yes.
Una support, you know, skuma, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I hate to say it, but they did take advantage of us.
And they do that a lot.
They still do,
I know. We have people in the industry that do that because they know you are naive, you know, and you're young. Utafanya nini,
unataka kufika kwa industry, you know?
Yeah.
So that was wrong, but anyway, I stopped working with them.
Yes.
After a while, and I joined Heartstrings Kenya.
Oh, yeah.
With Barry and Sami.
Yes.
That was good. I loved it there. That's how it started. And after that, somebody saw me. And they recommended me to someone else.
Okay.
And so I started working with the Friends Ensemble.
Yes.
And with Friends Ensemble, I did a show. I think it was called, so come on, There Goes the Bride. And I acted with Andrew Modhure.
Yes.
Who was Mustafa in Mother-in-Law.
Oh.
And we had a good show. I mean, it was good. Like, you get to bond with these people because you have rehearsals for like a month. And then the show is like, you know, I don't know how long, you know? So you kind of bond with these people.
Yes.
So he got to know me, I got to know him. There was a show, I think there's a role they needed in Mother-in-Law.
Yes.
And I had already worked with him prior, Sindio. So he called me, he was like, where unafanya nini? I was sleeping. Sometimes you don't have work. It was like 11 in the morning, I was in bed. I was like, milala nini. He called me, he's like, there's a role here. It's an extra, okay? But I wanted to see if you can do it. I was like, extra? Sasa niamke nikuja nifanye extra. Wananipa pesa ngapi, you know? And he was like, just come try it. I was like, sawa. And anyway, it's art. I love it. So I woke up, nikaoga, nikaenda Mother-in-Law. Unakumbuka them days we used to do a song lines on the side. Alafu uneka we've been up more.
Please don't remind me. Don't remind me. Yes.
So that's what I had on my head. I thought I got it, okay? Remember, let's cut your jeans, na tights and bunny. Do you remember that style?
Yes.
Imagine. That's how I looked.
Yeah.
So I walk in, and the producer, Catherine Omoyo, shout out. That's an incredible woman, by the way. She came, she looked at me, she was like, who you wanna act kika hivi? And I was like, Kwani, what's up? But it's because the role was a 16-year-old, but I looked too much like I'm now leaning to the 20s.
Yes, yes.
Akambia unaweza bomoa nywele? I was like, guy, mimi ni bomoe weave nimeshukwa jana, like you must be insane. Na hiyo pesa kupata is hard.
It's hard.
But you know what I said? Acha ni bomoe. Kabomoa nywele nikaenda, nikafanya hiyo extra.
Yeah.
I gave it all that I had because that's the only job I had at the time. So I did my best. Kenda nikapiga role. Mdusi akaniangalia wa moyo now. She was like, so the role was, I was Charlie's illegitimate daughter.
Yes.
Sindio?
Yeah.
Ilikuwa wakifanya DNA, because Charlie on the show is impotent.
Yes.
That's why they didn't have kids, right? But then, I did that role, yani nilijitolea sita kudanganya. Ilikuwa TV, niliact,
you gave it your all.
I was like, this is, I mean, if you're going to remember me for this small role, you are going to remember me. I don't care. I'm going to do my best.
Why is that important? Because sometimes we'll go in, this is such a small role. Let me just go in and then I come out. Like, for what? Why am I giving it my all? Why is it important for you to take every opportunity, every chance you get? Why is it important to give it your all?
Honestly, personally, I feel like you don't know who's watching. And you know what? This could be your last moment. Honestly, God forbid, knock on wood.
Yes.
Right? This could be your last moment. It's your last show. Watu wakumbukange nayo. Or just, you could touch somebody. Mtu anaweza ona, msichana amefanya hivi na ametoka huku. Maybe pia mimi naweza fanya hivi. Like, you give it your all. Because in art, they say there's no role too small.
No role too small.
Unaipeana yote. Like, and again, like I said, you never know who's watching.
Yeah.
And from this story, like from that role, ya siku moja, mdosi aliangalia akasema, you know what, make her permanent. Because, wait, what? Kizungu na nikimbia permanent. Sinikuwa niko extra. Akasema, no, just make her permanent. So they made it that Charlie had a baby before he became impotent. And that's how my role in Mother-in-Law was.
That's how you got introduced to us.
That's it.
Kai.
I just started acting, and we made such good connections with Mother-in-Law set, if I can give them anything, it's a family. It's such a family unit. Like, and I loved it there. Honestly, God is my witness. I just loved it there. Ilikuwa, ile najua nikikupigia nikwambia, guy, even ndio kuko, najua mtu atakuja kunisaidia, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's not just a work relationship. So I really loved
we
it
don't
there.
have those more often,
We
you know.
really don't.
It's just work. Do your part, I do my part, kila mtu aende zake.
That's true.
They say we are colleagues, not
Yeah, we're
friends.
colleagues, we're not friends. That's I'm not here to make friends, I'm here
No.
to make money.
Yes.
No. But that, in mother-in-law, your mentality haikuwa. And I guess because of the producer, she was such a mother to us.
Oh,
Like,
bless
knowingly
her.
or unknowingly. Sometimes it's like, huyu pia sasa. But she was such a mom, you know? And we had that unit together
Yeah.
because of that, right? And so, yeah, I started acting in mother-in-law. I remember I was there for years.
Yeah.
And I started loving it. And then, nilikuwa natembea, nikienda town, napata mtu anasema, kani kasichana kabaya kwa mother-in-law. I'm like, guy, wanamjua. Alafu kuna mtu mahali alinipiga na mwavuli. We used to be picked up in Tower. I forget. Mali tulikuwa tuna opposite Hilton.
Yeah.
Kuna mtu alikuja na mwavuli akaniambia, "Wacha kuongelesha watu wazima hivi." I was like, "Don't you know it's just acting?"
Yeah, just
But you know what? It's Kenya. Watu wanna take personally. And I was like, "It's fine." So, yeah, I did
But the
that for a
reception
while.
was huge for you in mother-in-law. I mean,
think
like,
so.
you just, no, for real. I'm just telling you because I was a regular. Like, I just think you came and suddenly there's this magic on TV, and we felt like, not to over-exaggerate, we had our Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, oh my
Yeah.
God, that is so big.
No, yeah, you know, I
Yes,
just,
so thank
you are so good at it, you know,
Thank
and you
you.
are such a natural.
Thank
Anyways,
you so much. Yeah, but so I did that for a while.
Yeah.
And then, ikafika mali unajua kipindi, like you just know production, sometimes writers, mtu ako busy ama something happened.
Yeah.
So we got short. Writers wakaanza kuisha. So we only had one at the time. Man,
Yeah.
he was burnt out. Unajua ile unaandika kipindi ya kila siku, like, it was too much for him, right? So, siku moja nikamwambia mdosi, kuandika. Nasa waandikia, sijaiandika before.
lakini,
But niko na story kwa kichwa. Sasa niwaandikie mkitaka mushoot kama mtaki no love lost.
yes.
And so I wrote a script. And as you can already tell, I talk too much. So my script had to be part 1 and part 2. Sikuwa naweza kumalizia script moja.
Yeah.
So I wrote part 1 and I didn't think she would need part 2 because sini trial. Tumpelekea part 1. Ali proofread. Akaandika excellent. Akaanza, so Idah, we are shooting this tomorrow. Can you prepare part 2? Nikasema, you're shooting my script tomorrow? Like, what? Sikuwa nimewahi andika before. And that's how, because being in the industry, you kind of learn so much, right? And you have a story in you. As an artist, kila mtu akona story. It's just sometimes upati chance ya kuiambiana. And because I'd known these people for so long, I knew how this character would react to this story, you know?
Yeah.
So, and then it was a new, if I would say so myself, it was a new approach to the kipindi because I was younger.
Yeah.
The other writers were a little bit older.
Yes.
So, ilikuwa na ile quickness
You
ya watu
spiced
young.
it up.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, guy, hiyo ni fun.
Yeah.
And that's how. I wrote my first script, akanitisha part 2, gave her part 2.
Oh.
Before I knew it, I started writing for Tahidi.
Yes.
Ni God. I mean, that's just how my, hapo ndio career yangu imefika, na hata sikuwa najua, like how, you know, it's just the favor of God.
Yeah.
Nikafika hapo nikaanza kuandika, and so it became an actual job.
Yeah.
Good pay.
Yeah.
And I was able to move my mother to a better house. I was able to do a few things in life, you know. And so, yeah. Now it's my acting story.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you are happy while doing it though. We have this, you know, rising star.
Yeah.
And we wake up. Idah is getting married.
Oh, I know.
Idah is dating.
Imagine,
getting
just out of-
married. Just out of
I didn't give you no breaks. I was
No.
like, I'm dating and getting married. I did not give nobody no breaks.
How old were you then?
21. I was 21. I was out of my mind, if you ask me. I was 21. But you know what? Again, like I said, my mom did the best she could, right? She raised us in the church. Like, whenever vile Biblia inasema put your foundation, hata kama mtoto will depart from it,
But
at least akona your foundation,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
And I had the foundation. I knew my life as a Christian. I knew good and bad. Like I was in church most of my time.
Yeah.
So I still had this mentality. If you believe in it, that's fine. But you see the whole thing of mtoto akimaliza shule, I didn't date much. You know, me kwa akili yangu ilikuwa mwenye nitadate tunaoana because hapo ndio, you know,
Do
kanisa
or die.
imetuonyesha hivyo.
Yes.
You know, you date, you marry, people date to marry.
Yeah.
And it was fine at that time. That's where my mind was. So when I started dating the guy, I
Yes.
married, I
Yeah.
ended up marrying. I was dating for marriage. Let me tell you, like it or not, there is pressure in the church. There is pressure. When do umeolewa next? Kai, nanyi mnaolewa na nini? Menza kudate. Kai, date 6 months. When you're getting married, you know the Lord wants you to be a unit. And I respect it, but I still feel there's still some type of pressure.
Yes.
And I feel like I went through it. Because all my friends, my peers, I would not even say peers because I was the youngest in the whole entire group.
Yeah.
So I was 26, 27 wanaolewa, but sasa hao ndio mabeshte zako. You really don't know any other friends, right? And so you're next. And everybody's looking at you like, stop. Like, mbona muane? Like, you know? The Bible says, you know, and muane. So I feel like that, because the guy was 28 at the time, and I was 21. Such a big difference if I think about it now. If I was 31 and he was 38, that's different.
That's different.
I've grown and know life. But 21, I feel like I didn't know much. And like you said, that was the peak of my career. I just had started writing for the 2 TV shows. Like I just gained so much confidence in my role. I was able to do stuff. Did I do stage plays at the time? I was doing like little projects. At the time, I think I hosted Kalasha too. Red Carpet 2014, I think. Yeah, so, you know, it was good. It was good. My career was blossoming. So, I mean, I learned my lessons in the process, but I did get married really young. And
were you in love? What was it about him that...
You know, it's funny you ask that because I try to look back, and at the moment I would have said I was in love. But knowing what I know now, honestly, God being my witness, I feel like we had trauma bonding. Because he used to tell me about how his dad was abusive and how his dad would, like, it was really graphic, undress his mother, beat her and threw her downstairs. I was like, oh my God, like, I had an abusive dad too, you know? And we had that trauma bond. And honestly, now that I know about it, because at that time,
you don't.
I want to do anything. I didn't even know this much. I mean, thank God for therapy. Now I kind of know a few things and even growth. Even just miaka yako inakufundisha, you know?
Kabisa.
But I sat down and was like, Guy, Aki, I don't think it was love. The pressure from the church and the trauma bonding, that was it for me. I was like, this is my person. And but you know what they say about being in a violent, like raising kids in a violent household? You either become an abuser or you become a victim.
There you go.
You know, and it's sad. If we don't go through the therapy we need as kids, we are going to be abusers or victims.
And I feel like it's so much in Africa where we've normalized having our parents, you know, get physical in front of us, and we are like, that's okay. That's what people do.
Mnalala, mnasikia tu akigongo huko. Kesho wanaongea vizuri.
So you are like, see, ulichapwa jana.
Yeah, like, that's okay. And you know, and you remember when I said we left when I was, I think, 3 years old. And I said, thank God that my mother left, because if my mother hadn't left, that would have been my life. Like, ningekuwa too comfortable. Mamangu alipigwa, sasa hata mimi nipigwe basi. You know? Like, na kuna hii kitu, and Africans say it a lot. Mwanaume kama akugongi akupendi, by the way, that's a lie. It's a lie from the devil. It's the worst. Because no. If you love someone, why would you want them to go through pain?
Me? Why am I your punching
bag? Mtoto ukimchapa, mtu amchapangi, like. So anyway, I would say it was trauma bonding. And I was 21, like I said. I was young. So I did get married. My wedding was on TV, girl. My wedding was on the whole entire wedding show. Do you remember when it was a thing?
Yes.
I was there. I was like, and then I had my friends around. But one thing I look back and come to realize is I feel like, now that I know, I feel like one of my best, like even Kate, you know Kate, she goes by Kate, the actress,
Catherine,
she was not in my lineup. That's my closest friend. I've known that woman for God knows how many years. She's not in my lineup. But if you, and we still talk about it today, it's because my husband at the time made sure that these people that would
chanua you,
were kicked out. So me, I had friends that were his friends, wakanisa. Okay, my friends were cut out. Like, I don't think I'm going to hang out with Lynn also. Lynn najaokoka, Lynn mnaongea nini?
Hiya, this person was so God intoxicated.
Yo, I was married to a whole youth pastor. Praise and worship leader. It was a lot. It was good at the time, because let me tell you, spiritual journey is a spiritual journey. However you learn through it, like it still kind of gives you something, and you learn through it. It still gives you some sort of fulfillment, mostly if you're a spiritual person. And like, as I know we talked off camera before, and I was telling you, girl, I'm no longer like religious. I'm spiritual. Because mimi sitaki kujua Mungu on behalf of mimi, acha nijue Mungu peke yangu. Wewe unajua Mungu unaniintroduce kwa nini?
Wacha tujuane mimi na Mungu.
Mjoni wangu. Si ni wetu wote, si ni baba yetu. Kwani mimi ni step daughter. Mimi wacha nijue baba yangu vizuri direct, like let's open that avenue. Because I feel like we were taught so much that and honestly, no shade to any church, but this is my life, right? And I feel like you're feeling, unless pastor akuombe, unless mtoe sadaka pastor awaombe, like is it not going to happen? Like
Yes.
if I pray for myself,
Yeah.
and that's where I was in life. I'm not even gonna
Lie.
cap. That's where I was in
Yeah.
life. Labda pastor atuombe ndio darara. So yeah, so getting married, all my unchristian friends, non-Christian,
Yes.
they were cut
Katwa.
off. So someone like Kate, like she was so, we did have a, talk after,
Yeah.
after all everything happened.
Yeah.
She's like, what happened? And I think you don't know when you are in a relationship with a narcissist. Because let me tell you, I used to be like this. Like, you've known me so long. Like, I'm always this, like this, you know? If, like, kivaa nguo mtu anakuambia, ai, unaenda wapi ukikaa hivyo wewe? You're like, kwa nini kwani nakaaje? Hizo ni miguu unaenda ukionyeshana zinakaa hivyo. Like, ala, ulikuwa unavalianga short, siku hizi uvai. Unavalianga tu trouser ama skirt mrefu.
Wow.
You know, it started like that. And then it boils down to, marafiki zako sipendi mkiang out now. And you know what? You're in love at the time. You're like, I don't want to do any wrong to this man, so it's Lynn. I'm going to cut Lynn out, you know? Yeah, I need to respect. And Bible says respect and submit. So to me, that was submitting. Not questioning, but like actually...
Submitting.
Yeah.
Like, this is how marriage is supposed
to... I had no questions asked.
Yeah.
But before I knew, like, I realized, guy, yani marafiki zangu wote nilikuwa najua sina tena. Niko na hawa wapya, which I thank God for some of them. It's okay, we made good relationships.
Yes.
But I had his friends as mine, you know? And that should have been a red flag that I identified, did not.
Yeah. When you are walking down the aisle, did you have doubts? Did you have like that voice that always tells you, I think I'm making a mistake here. I think I should step down.
If I'm being true to myself?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh. If I'm telling people, nah. It's like, nilikuwa tu sawa, you know? But if I'm being true to myself, honestly, yes. Because I remember my mom asking, Kauliza, you're 21. And she even told the guy, this girl is 21. You're 28. She's just now getting into life. All her life, nimekuwa shule.
Nimekuwa shule.
Sasa nimemaliza. And then, you know, all my life, like I didn't know anything, 21. Sasa, unaona kama mtoto amemaliza utoto. And that's literally how she asked it.
Yeah.
Kuna utoto hapa ndani bado. Do you think you're going to manage? Because you're already 28.
Yes.
She's 21. And I think she still needs to grow.
Yeah.
Are you going to have room enough for this person
Yeah.
to grow like
Yeah.
this? Si hapana, kwangu huo ni mtu mzima. Hiyo utoto itakuwa tu sawa, ni mtu mzima kwangu. And that talk and like hizo vitu zilikuwa zinafanya na question. And then, mind you, we are two different tribes. So he was Luo and I am Kikuyu.
Yeah.
So first of all, unakumbuka hizo post election. So
Zote.
bado kulikuwa na hiyo drift.
Yes.
So to me, that was you guys are being tribal. I didn't want to see the truth behind their reasoning. To me, it was also y'all being tribal now, yeah? Munaanza kufanya ukabila badala ya you know?
Na tubada tushikane.
Yeah, ati si tushikane. And I'm like, my friends, mimi hata best friend yangu mwingine ni Jaluo, man. Nashindaga na Wajaluo.
Yeah.
Like, so I was like, why are you doing this? Like, why are we these people? We're the new generation. We need to...
This is how we love.
You see my angle? It's like, nyinyi mnakuwa na ukabila. But
Yes.
the angle was, no, you're
Yes.
too young. We need you to take time. And so I wish I did take time,
Yeah.
but I'm here now.
You are here now.
So mimi nikaolewa.
Yeah.
Kaanza kuishi pamoja.
Yeah.
So like I'm telling you, slowly, like, and I only knew him for like a year before he got married. And I know that's super fast, but again, everybody's journey is different.
Yeah.
So kuna watu wamejuana miezi 6 wakapendana forever and they're
still
good.
together.
So God is good.
Yeah.
But I knew him for a year. We got married within that year. Like little things, yeah. Like now I say recognizing red flags. Mimi sikuwa recognize red flags.
Hata nani alitufundisha red flags?
Sengine unajua, I don't know, again, I was still young.
Yes.
Like, you'd find his phone is ringing in the middle of the night, you wake him up, like, nani anakupigia? Ni mwanamke mwingine, ati kwani uko? I'm like, bro, you're married, you are an actual youth pastor, uko wapi saizi uko kwako? Why are they asking you
Kwani
wapi?
unafaa kuwa wapi?
Kwani unafaa kuwa wapi, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, little things like those. And I always, and which is the most stupid thing to do, like, me calling you as a woman, why are you calling my man? That's stupid.
You called?
Me, I would never do that now. Nijikute nitajichuna hivi masikio.
Turudi nyuma. Uli call?
Bro, mimi wapo. Excuse me, hi. So this is the wife. Like, why are you calling him? Like, what's up? Niko hapa, me, guy with all my glory. So do you see how someone has taken your mind to a point you're thinking, but they were msichana anataka nini? It's not him.
Makosa. It's
And
not
he would
him.
do
You
that
are the
too.
one who is after my man.
Absolutely. Anasema, this one is not over me. Anashina akinisumbua. Unachukia wanawake, nakwambia hii Nairobi nilikuwa na wanawake 50. Nikikuona heri nikupige. Nima, before I realized I was like, it's not like you are the problem. I wanawake wote 15 ni problem aje man. Even mimi ningejiuliza, but at the time I'm in love. I'm young.
Yes.
He cannot do any wrong in my eyes, so I'm, you know.
And my marriage needs to work.
Kwanza hii marriage yangu ilikuwa kwa TV, please, it has to work, you know. But so
Idah.
You know, I mean, I tell the story like this now because I think I can actually laugh about it. Before ilikuwa uchungu, man. Ilikuwa uchungu. So yeah, so you know, those little things. Him not coming home ati ulikuwa wapi? Nililala kwa gari after kucheza ball, nikaingia kwa gari nikasinzia wapi tao. Kalala kwa gari mpaka asubuhi. Unaingia kwa nyumba 4 am. Mimi niko guys, sorry. Ulisinzia?
So are you tired? Can I
Unakuja unanuka geisha na unaniambia ulisinzia. Kwani hiyo gari ilikuosha? Ya Mungu nilikuwa mjinga. But it is what it is.
Don't do this.
Ulilala hivi gari kakupaka sabuni? Anyway, but at that point, you see how naive I was though.
Yes.
So, and this is before all the other stuff.
Yeah.
But then, because I'm a very inquisitive person, to me, communication is big. Maybe I didn't know how to communicate at that time, and I take that.
Yeah.
But ilikuwa mbona, like why? I needed to get my answers, maybe not in the best way, but I needed to get my answers.
Yeah.
So ukimuuliza na jam. So ikaanza kuwa, you don't trust me. I'm like, well, yeah, obviously, I don't. Like, where were you yesterday? And then when you ask the friends, mimi niliachana naye 6. Unajua kwani kuliendaje? This one night nakumbuka nilipigia beshte yake fulani. I was stressed. It's 4 in the morning. I'm calling, his phone is off. Ni hiyo siku ya kulala kwa gari. Nikapigia beshte yake naambia, bro, I think something happened. This man is not home. Now, last I talked to him was yesterday at like 6 p.m. Akiniambia anakuja. So, unless alipata accident ni Nairobi wezi jua. Nimepiga vizimu. Nikavaa mpaka beshte yake anambia tuende kwa police station basi. So at around 5:30 vile kumenza saa kukucha because I didn't have a car at the time. He had the car.
Yes.
Mimi nikupigia story yo gari ilikuwa yangu but iko kwa jina yake. But Mungu ambariki. Anyway.
Haya.
Nimefundishwa hii Nairobi. Inaitwa character development. Idah like that.
You're the original queen of character development.
How many years ago? Hata siku najua inaitwa character development. But anyway, mimi za tuna gari si lazima tugoje kukuche ndio nini mpane matatu.
Yeah.
Nikaambiwa msee, acha tukutane. I don't forget ile police station sema tukutane. But as soon as I was walking down niende downstairs nilikuwa nishi Nyayo juu.
Yes.
Niko na gari imeapproach nikampiga mbele, guy I think amerudi. Ndio naambiwa ati lala. Kwa gari after kucheza football because he used to play soccer kitoka job.
Yeah. So you like
But gari iko na gesha, but anyway hiyo gesha sijaimaliza hiyo. Hiyo hesabu sijaimaliza. I still have questions.
Yeah.
But you know, little things like those. That's how my marriage began, right? And I was super young. And I remember even talking to the lady who was my best maid.
Yeah.
Best maid, yeah. Nikakaa nikamuuliza, kwani mimi ni mbaya? Nikamuuliza, gay, kwani nini, like I find us tunakorifishana kila saa nikimuuliza kitu nafaa kuwa nikimuuliza because where were you? That's a genuine question. I need to know where you're. My husband, we live together. How are you going to tell me you slept? Alafu mwanamke anakupigia, how you going to tell me wanakutaka? Kwani wanawake wanakutaka? Kwani unakaaje?
Kwani
isn't it possible you're not
when you're Denzel?
Kwani when Channing Tatum wanakutaka aje Allah? Anyway, so all that, and every time I ask, and this is what it came to. Ngoja nauliza hizi maswali. One time he just slapped me. Niligongwa. Ushaigongwa ukasikia ti kwa masikio. Yani that was the first slap. Niligongwa unasikia ti usikii masikio. Kwanza unafanya hivi. Irudi. And then I was like, guy, you know, like I told you, this is who I am. This is my personality. Sindio? I talk, I ask, I laugh. I am like this.
You are happy.
Whether you like it or not, this is who I am. Sindio? Nitakuuliza. So I was like, baby, maybe niliuliza vibaya. You know, I was like, kai, alinigonga maybe nilimuuliza vibaya. Ama kwa nini nilimkasirisha? Ama amekuwa na siku mrefu job. Like, imagine all that slap had nothing to do with him. No blame on him. I started blaming myself. I called that girl. Her name is Sue. And I was like, Sue, kwani mimi ni bibi mbaya? Like, because I was a wife. I'm trying to make my marriage work. Mbona amenigonga? And I even told Sue, nakumbuka kai. Mimi nikiomba, nikamwambia Sue ni to fast na uniombe. Ninaomba ni fast nisigongwe tena. Jumi ndio nilijigonga, si ndio? Remember praying and fasting that, you know, God, but it never, like, that was the beginning of everything, right? So that it started that way.
With a slap.
Kidogo, yeah. Hata sikwambia mtu, unajua, first of all, the shame. Unajua, you're a public figure at the time.
You're on top.
Yeah, my marriage
People just saw your wedding the other day. People just
saw my wedding on TV.
It was a huge deal.
wewe sitaanguka mtihani, sianguki, sijaibishi. I'm not going to tell nobody. Sitafanya any. My mom didn't know for the longest time. She did not. Sitaambia mtu, you know? I was like, it is what it is. And I was trying to work it the best way I knew how. Kuomba. So it progressed. It got to a point ananipiga mpaka ananipiga mpaka ananiekelea magoti hivi kwa shingo, ananinyonga hivi. Alafu ananiambia kupiga, sija kupiga bado, and then he spits on my face too. I was like, how did it get to this? And it was like, hey, ni mimi nitalia. Hey, sili, acha nikwambie, hii makeup yetu nitalia.
Makeup yetu hapa.
Yeah. You know, it progressed. Unajua, ikaacha kwa slap. Ikakuwa unapigwa, unagongeshwa kwa ukuta, like unazimia, you know? It was a lot.
And you're still not telling
anybody? I'm not telling no one. It's for my marriage to work. It's for me, you know? And I'm like, I'll fix it. So it got to a point, nikasema, acha tuende kwa pastor. Tuone, mimi najua kanisa. Si tunaenda kwa pastor, sisi wote tukaenda kwa pastor. Tuongelesha mara ya kwanza. I don't know how that talk went, but it wasn't very helpful because it still happened again. But I remember before going to this, only ule pastor alitushikanisha kwa harusi. And I feel like I still have some sort of anger towards this.
Yes.
You know, I feel like it's been years, but I feel like I've never overcome this particular situation. Went to the pastor, tukapiga story, kasema dra, it is what it is. But before we got to the pastor's house, aliniambia, pastor amenijua miaka sijui ngapi, he counted. And he's only known you for a year. Who do you think is going to believe? And I feel like that broke me because I was like, sasa mimi, kama pastor, ninadhani, because this had become my family. This had become my church. Andi watu wananiona kila siku. Na shindaga huko church nimevolunteer, hata unaweza niambia tuende hivi tu, sijui tuone aunti yangu nikataa because niko nakimbia kwa kanisa, you know? And so the first talk, and I was like, hey, ani hata huyu mtu mwenye anafikiria ndio baba yangu, because I didn't, like, I grew up without a dad. I didn't have much of a father figure. So this person who's a pastor is who I look up to, you know? I'm like, huyu nikimwambia, like, kuna mtu atanisikia my cry, you know?
Atanielewa.
Acha niwaambia, iliisha hivyo. Haya, tukarudi. Mnajua mtu anarudingi. Ndio anashina, hakuna mtu anajua, mbeshi zako hawajui at the time. My best mate and the husband, because pia alikuwa best man, they knew I had already said something to them. So one or two people knew, but not too many people. Again, I'm still protecting my image and my marriage, you know? So yeah, it happened again and again. And I think where it broke me, ni wakati tulienda kwa the same pastor. No mtu aliniambia, okay, you know what I said? He said, if...
It's okay.
Alisema, hey yo, alisema, if you provoke him, he has all the right to hit you. And I was like, wow, if I provoke him, he has all the right to hit me? I was like, okay. Lakini nilisimama nikatoka hiyo meeting. So, you know what I said? Nikasema,
this is a pastor.
Imetosha. Uni pastor, mwende tushikanisha.
This is like your father figure.
If you provoked him, he has all the right to hit you. I mean, I remember that day. I mean, hopefully I'm not telling their business, but it is what it is. It's the truth.
Yeah.
Nakumbuka mpaka wife yake alimjamia akisema no. I mean, the wife even cried. I was like, hey, andi watu wanafaa kuwa kiniangalia. Like,
protecting me, guiding me.
Yeah. And he said, so, hata nikigongwa next time, ndakujia nani? So, niliambia ako na right ya kunigonga. And he said it in his presence, so anajua. So, like, I have nobody to run to, you know? And, like I said, being a public figure is ngumu. Because, kabla usema hivi mpasho wameandika. So, like, people are telling your story. You don't have a voice to...
They're already telling your story.
Yeah, watu wanapiga story yako. So, mimi sina sauti. Watu wanaipiga, but vile wanaipiga, unashindwa. Okay, is story. Like, that's not the truth.
This is not it.
But I don't have the strength to come
and say, you, this is the truth.
Right.
I have a reputation.
Yeah, I'm like, mimi wa TV, I need to look good. I need to be upright all the time. I'm not going to get into the mess. Mtu anaandika, alafu watu kwa comment section. Mtu anaandika, mbona nijuza kai. Kwani wanaishi na mimi? Like, how do you have this much? Like, how do you feel so justified to talk about me this much? And you don't know me.
You have no idea.
Tukavumilia. Mimi sikutoka bado after hiyo nilirudi. Karudi. I remember this one time.
Is he saying sorry? Is he trying to make things like, is he even like, I'm so sorry?
There was sorry, but it was so, the beginning stages kulikuwa na sorry. There really was. It was like, you know, you made me angry and I had a long day. So
it's yes, I'm saying sorry, but it's still your fault.
Like, if you don't talk to me like that, I'm not going to be able to hit you. Like, mbona unajua unaniprovoke.
It's such a trigger right now.
I know. You made me angry. I was like, guy, okay, mimi nakwambia ni. I think where I feel like I had given my all in your time nilianza go fast. Nikiambia Sue, to fast, tuombe juu, because I am a bad wife. I need to do better, right? Because everything ilikuwa tu fault yangu. And it's fine. And like at this point, I've been stripped out of all my confidence. Sisi hata nguo smart naambiwa nakaa vibaya. Nakumbuka tulienda home siku moja akanipiga juu kuna mwanaume alinisalimia town. Mwanaume hata leo nikikwambia hivi simjui ni nani. Tulienda home nikapigwa because ati unaanza kupiga umalaya, si ndio? Unasema nani alikusalimia town? I have no idea. I am on TV for crying out loud. I am going to have somebody say hi. Anyway, I still stayed through all this. I still stayed. And I think my hope was it gets better. Atawacha siku moja.
The more he sees me vumilia, the more he'll see.
Vumilia. Alafu unajua, I think it got to a point unapigwa mpaka unasema unajua ile watu wanakuzanga kwani huku fight back? No, if you fight back it lasts longer. So hadi ukaivi akupiga achoke amalize. You know, people were like Idah wewe vile nakujua because and I say this again, my person, you would not think mtu ananikalia personality yangu because I'm like out there.
You out there.
So inafika mahali unasema usha learn pattern. Unasema so nikimgonga ama nikijaribu kufanya hivi atanipiga sana. So aniacha nipige alafu tu nilale alafu sasa itaisha. Like if you let it happen the sooner
itamaliza haraka.
And kuna time, and this is so bad because there's a time I went out with my friends. Tulikuwa tumesema tunaenda girls night out. Tukaenda na rafiki yangu aitwa Daisy na rafiki yangu aitwa May. Walikuwa kwa nyumba yangu. They were in my house. May was going to drive us. Akwaje ku drive vizuri nini, so May and Daisy were just riding. Tumetoka kwa nyumba, yeye yuko kwa nyumba.
Amewaona mkitoka.
Yeye ametupatia kifungu ya gari. Sina mungu ya gari yangu yenye si yangu. Hiyo, ni yeye ametupatia kifungu ya hiyo gari. Tukaenda out. Tukaenda tukakaa mahali tulikaa sijua tulikaa wapi. Nimesahau ni wapi tulikuwa tumeenda tukaenda sema tukule kwanza right at girls night tunasikia poa tumedunga. Hey, ukafika hivi. Hello, where are you? Oh, excuse me, we just got to the place. So tunataka kula dra. No, come back now. I was like, what? We just left. No, mrudi sahi. Obviously no, tutakuja tukakaa alipiga simu mpaka tukasema twendeni mpaka kina May wako hebu twendeni like itakuwa nene. Hapo ndio nilijua mtu at this point like there's no point, like at this point it was done, like it was done. And I still stayed after this story, I still stayed. Tulifika home. Alinipiga mbele ya May na Daisy.
Physical?
Yes. Mumetoka wapi? Tumetoka hapa kwa nyumba like 9. So by the time tunafika umeshatupigia umetuambia turudi. Umetoka so and I have 2 people in the house. Acha nikwambie siku ndio. Ushaisikia? Wanasemanga utakuwa na wazimu siku moja. Nitakuwa na wazimu pia mimi. I was like kama mbaya. Kama hutaniua nitakuua. By the way, one of us will have to kill. Like it was so bad. My girlfriends were there. Wanaenda kunishika ama wanaenda kumshika. Wanagonga wanasukuma wana huko. This is when I saw gay. Basi hawa wenye wako hapa unaweza nipiga anywhere. Kama uogopi hawa watu si like,
these are my clothes. Like, these are like my sisters.
Yeah. So at that point now I think I got a little more confidence to tell people. And I went to Fida.
Yeah?
I went to Fida. Nikaenda nikakaa chini kwa reception nikafika. Nikamwambia what I need. Akaniambia no, you're a public figure. So inaweza kuwa tricky. Nikamwambia tricky how? Are you sure you want to go public with this?
What?
Well, tell you sometimes these systems they like who is doing this? It's supposed to be me coming to get help.
I thought I had last of Fida.
Nilienda. Lynn mimi kama they are truthful wanaweza kutafuta file yangu watapata jina yangu huko. I don't even remember what the year was. Maybe 2014 or 13.
Yeah.
But ninakwambia nilienda. Nika also now being a public figure, like, are you sure you want to go public with this? Nikasema, I'm here to ask for help. I don't care if it goes public or not. Kambia, so the first thing you need to do is just go see your pastor. Ni yule pastor aliniambia nipigwe ni sawa.
This is someone from Fida telling you to go see your pastor?
Yes. Wansemanga uende uone pastor ama uende uone chief. Nitatoa wapi chief Nairobi? Like, I just felt like there's so many corners that, like, I am in this situation and I am actually now seeking help and like hakuna mtu anakusaidia. You know, I felt so cornered. Before I decided to actually leave, I felt so, it's like, so nikufe hapa, si ndio? Hakuna mtu atanisaidia. Naogopa kuambia mama yangu sana nataka kumstress. Aanze ku remember zile vitu alipitia ndio zona like you know, it was my last resort. So ikafika mali kakwambia madhe, you know, and I told a few of my friends. And long story short, because there's just too many stories in between. But long story short, I left one day. Kuna siku nimesahau hata nini nilifanya. Hata sijui nilifanya. Watu napigwa daily hata sasa sikumbuki nilikuwa nafanya. It was one of the routine beatings. Alinipiga. Hii siku akakaa kwa nyumba. Mimi nimepigwa. Na bado nitaenda kitchen nimsavie chakula. Nikaenda nikamsavia chakula. Nikienda nikaeka kwa like, you know how you pull a stool closer? Kaeka stool nikaeka chakula ndra. Kamwekea chakula. Sijui aliniuliza nini. Sijui ni nini nilifanya wrong. Sijui nilipita mbele ya TV kama anaona Manchester because that was another devil. Mimi hata siku hizi nasikianga Manchester nasikia kama nitatoka na wazimu. Nilipita mbele ya TV, nilitukanwa. Alinisukuma, ushaisukuma kama umeinama, alinisukuma nilienda straight kwa ukuta like ku. Nikajua guy. Mimi Lynn, nakwambia ushaifika the point of no return. I said ilifika mali sema if he does not kill me I will kill him. Because at this point nilichukua sahani. Nilirusha hivi, alifanya hivi, ilimpita hivi. Inioro, please, like this small. Otherwise that was it. And I was like, but there, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. Alinipiga though. Years ago alinipiga. Of course he's stronger than me and I'm so much younger. And I was, me, I was so tiny.
You are so like you are so slim, you know, you are so small.
Such a small girl. All my life, I don't even feel like I finished developing, honestly. Nilipigwa proper. Madao reto. Mbaya napata, initoni panic attack. I think that's where my anxiety attacks started coming. Like I can't breathe. Na hata uacha kubreathe ama ukayo hapo. Mpaka unazimia. You pass out and then you wake up.
And are you screaming? The neighbors?
I'm screaming. Ni Kenya, who will come to your rescue? And that's one thing I hate. You never know if you're going to save somebody's life by coming to the door and saying, hey,
stop
what's going on?
Assuming it's a norm.
It's so
you never
bad.
know if that's the last day you'll ever hear this person scream.
That's true. Kenya is just, and I feel like what you said, niyo growing up tukiambiwa, si baba anapiganga mama na kesho wanaongea.
Wako sawa.
No. I feel like it should be like, and I call out the church for this. I mean, I had been to several pastors. Like,
do you think the church failed you?
I feel very disappointed by the church I went to. I feel highly disappointed. Very highly disappointed. Hapo ndio nilikuwa nimeweka all my life. Like, I served that church with everything I had. Mimi niliwa hiyo present worship, nilikuwa ninahost hizo watu wanakuja kwako. Like, I was knee deep into this thing. You know, I had given my life. And I didn't give this for anybody to give me some kind of pay or anything. I mean, I served and still I felt like when I needed them the most is when I was let down the most. Nako to your pastor Nick. Sijaweza kumwongelesha na mdomo yangu since.
I think siku moja.
Sijawahi.
Yeah.
That thing pained me. And I remember it word for word. He said, if you provoked him, he has all the rights to hit you. And I was like, hey. Mimi ninaambiwa hivyo Mungu. So mimi ni wanani basi? Pastor amesema nini? So anyway.
Yeah.
Kama mimi nikasema ni hivyo nikatoka. Hiyo time hiyo ya chakula. That's when I was like,
that was it for you.
Yeah, nilipigwa nikazimia nikaamka. Unazimia unaamka unapata na mdomo nilikauka. Sio gani niko na damu. Kwani kuliendaje? Alafu unakumbuka nilipigwa ndio and he used to be smart about it. But nilikuwa mother-in-law. Nilikuwa napigwa sana but atachunga sana. Like if he hits my face, it's an accident. Alikuwa ananinyonga. So I used to have like hand, you can see the prints. Ama ninagongo huko. Like I used nakumbuka time moja nilikuwa na change. The girl who used to act free, mother-in-law, yes. That's how she found out. Idah, what is that? It was a bruise. But what is that? What is that? Like she's like, what is that? And what's going on? And so I broke down and I told her, man, this is what's happening. She's like, you cannot do that. She was a lawyer. She's still a lawyer, I believe. Yeah. And so she talked to me. Yeah, I think she's the reason as to why I went to feed her. Yeah. Because she said, you can get help. Yeah. Obviously, I didn't. Yes. But she had the right, frame of mind. You can get help. You can get out. Right? You don't have to go through this. So anyway. I left. There's one day, nilitoka kwa mlango. Nilitoka kama nimesimama. I had my handbag hivi. Na before I left, nakumbuka nilikuwa nimelala. Sasa unajua, like we had 2 rooms. Obviously ushapigwa nikajifungia kwa room nyingine. After nimeamka, sasa nimeshazimia nikaingia nikalala. Nikamwambia Mungu, by the way, alikuwa amechukua simu yangu. So I didn't have a phone. Mimi unajua sasa we don't wear wristwatches sana. Yes. Ukiwa na simu unashinda ukiangalia sana ndio alarm ndio kila kitu. And believe you me, this story it still sounds weird to me. Hata mimi nikipiga. That day nilienda nimemaliza kupigwa, nimeenda sana nimelala, nikalala hiyo room nyingine. Nikamwambia Mungu, nilikuwa na wristwatch moja, nikaichukua nikaivalia, nikamwambia God, mtu ako na simu yangu. Nafaa kwenda mother-in-law kesho. Mimi sitaacha kazi juu yako. Naenda kazi kesho. Nikamwambia God, nafaa kuamka ndio nikuetao by this time. Nikilala saa sijui kama ndaweza kuamka. Nikamwambia Mungu niamshe. If this niamshe. Kwa sasa utaanza kuambia tu nini job. Ati nilipigwa nikalala you don't know, and then they can't reach me because I don't have my phone. Akiliambia Mungu niamshe. Akili nililala. Nyinyi mnazimanga mimi nililala Mungu akaniamsha. I'm telling you nilisikia kwa mgongo 1 2 3 taps.
Amka.
And I was like, God damn, ujamaa mengi kwa room. we're about to start fighting again. Nikajifanya bado nimelala. I was like, sifungui macho, like no. Like I'm just hoping he goes away, right? I'm thinking ameingia kwa room, so I'm like, that tap happened again. 1, 2, 3. The second time, I was like, si nimezoea, kama mbaya ni mbaya. Nikapinduka, nikaangalia room. Lynn bado mlango ilikuwa imefungwa. God is my witness. Mlango bado imefungwa. I was like, nani ameniamsha?
Kwamua maono yako na Optiven. Get a piece of land at the Great Oasis Gardens Nanyuki. Deposit or place an installment of 590k on any of Optiven's projects and get an instant 15k cashback.
When I tell you God, anyway, nikaangalia saa ya mkono hivi. It was the exact time I'm supposed to be waking up. Nikaingia, nikaoga, nikatoka. So vile nilioga, I think alinisikia. So nikaenda kutoka kwa mlango, akakuja kuza, where you think you're going? Ni asubuhi, ushanipiga jana, unataka kunipiga asubuhi, like, na ninataka kwenda job. Anyway, ni uzuri, unajua vile hizi mlango zenyewe ziko, unakuanga na mlango ya mbao, alafu kuna ile ya chuma.
Yes.
So the chuma door hadn't been locked from the previous night.
Yes.
Unajua hiyo tunafunganga for safety.
Yes.
Kwa imefungwa, kwa wide open.
Yeah.
So akanivuruta hivi, but the good thing is ameshafungwa hiyo lock ya door ya mbao.
Yeah.
So nikasema zile crap, hii mlango ingine imefungwa, so hata nishika tu, ndachelewa kazi, like how am I gonna, you know? Luckily, hiyo mlango iko imefungwa, ni Mungu. Mimi siwezi explain tena because like we used to lock those doors. That's our safety.
Yes.
Mazee nilifungua hiyo mlango ambayo ingine ilikuwa open, nikafanya hivi, nikateremka, nikakimbia stairs, akashindwa kunikimbiza. Hivyo ndo nilitoka. Lynn sikurudi kwa hiyo nyumba since that day. Nilitoka hivyo na handbag yangu ya job. Hivyo mpaka nguo zangu, nothing in that house that I had entirely bought. Nothing in that house. Hakuna kitu nilibeba. Nguo zangu niliacha. I left everything. Literally everything. I told God, kama ni wa kwanza tena nitaanza. Wacha nikwambie, what is material? Ni material thing, ni sofa set. Tutapigania sofa set ama fridge. I told God nimeacha zote nikaenda. And that day I went to work. So that day I don't know, I can't remember if I talked to somebody at work. I don't really think I did. After job nikaenda kwa mother. Ngambia, so mom, mimi sirudi. Akaniuliza hivyo ndio umeamua? Akaniambia like, and I think like we talked about it, like the support from your parents, somebody just like they're listening, yeye mtu anakuambia ni sawa. That was a lot. Like unajua unajiambia hakuna mtu ati hawataniamini, unajua? But then your mom just saying, hey, it's fine.
Come home.
You're still my child, it's fine. You
This
want to
is
leave,
home.
you leave.
And this is home.
Well, I think that is the day I saw the light. Literally saw the light. Like, leo za Mungu, mimi sasa hapa niko 21, ni hata sijafika 22. Ndio hiyo maisha yangu. Sasa hii ndio yangu. Like, till death do us part, nikufe basi. Ndio to do part because of what? And you know this thing that the church makes you feel guilty. Like every time you speak to the pastor, mtu anakuambia, you know God hates divorce. Sema here, Mungu achukie hiyo divorce. But see, the Bible says he loves me.
Yes.
I am his child. Let him hate divorce.
Yes.
He's not going to hate me because I am a divorcee. And that's the message I preach today. I'm like, unasikia mimi kanisa, guy. Nitaimba, hallelujah, nitaimba wimbo zote. But mimi to sit behind a man of God to be misled, hiyo nilikataa. Na nikamwambia Mungu, sorry, but no. Let me know you
by myself.
Is a shortcut. Ati uniintroduce kwa nani aniambie wewe ni nani?
Wacha Mungu
nisome Biblia.
Yes.
And that's why I said I am no longer religious. I am very spiritual. My relationship with God will still remain.
Yeah.
I will sit here and pray and I will do what I need to do. But mimi kanisa, I said goodbye. I was like, that's it. And that's how I left.
That day.
Akakuja kwa nyumba yetu, akakuja kutafuta mume wangu akasema, you know what, she's decided to leave, that's it. Even don't nilitoka. But then nikakuja sasa huyu, nikaishi kwa mume wangu. He used to come to my mother's door every morning. Anashinda kwa mlango. So siwezi toka kwa nyumba because ako kwa mlango. Anakaa hapo mpaka 5 because alikuwa mother anarudi by like 5:30. Anatoka around 5 ndio aende, ndio mother akikuja simpate. Nampigia mom, huyu bado wako kwa mlango. Anabisha, Ida, you're going to open this door. Ida, and I was like, I'm not. Like this after I left, right? So niko kwa my mom. So Kate now at this point, they knew, a few of my friends knew.
Yeah.
And so, well, she didn't know details. But she knew that I'd left and it's bad. And so she had just moved. So she was like, you're not going to stay there. Anakusumbua unaishi kwa mama, anakusumbua toka. Kuja ukae kwangu. She just moved in, you know, a new place and I was feeling like I'm really invading her privacy. But she was like, you know what, this is what family does. You stay with me. Acha nikwambie. Nilikaa na msana sijui karibu miezi 4. Like akaniambia kama anataka kuja kutafuta hapa. Wacha tutampiga sisi wote because he will not dare set foot here. And that's who Kate is to me. Like it's a friend, a sister. Like wale watu wamekushikilia.
Kate is such I don't know, I get the same energy.
Yeah.
I always feel like she's such, I don't know.
Watu wanakujua from nothing to whoever you're like, they've never switched on you. Unajua? Na ni mtu anakushikilia when you really needed them the most. Even Karanja, because I mean, I lived there. Expensive.
His house.
Like, his house too. Niko hapo, nimekaa hapo, ninakatu.
Chakula kila kitu.
Wakasema,
bless them.
And they ask you this. Sasa ni chakula ya tumbo tunakunyima. Kula wewe, we'll figure it tomorrow. Like, anyway, that's how I left. So from there, I remember we went to a camp.
Yeah.
Hiyo time sasa tukaenda camp.
Yeah.
Mimi na marafiki zangu. Sasa hiyo ndio niliwaenda kuambia. I hadn't planned to tell them. It was just a distraction. Acha tuende. It was like, you know, let's pack a bag. We're going tunaenda. It was like mimi kina Abel. Na mwingine alikuwa hapo kina Masi, kina Jackie Matubia.
Yeah.
It was a group of us. You know that little clique that we had from back in the day. So tukasema tuende camp. Tukaenda Naivasha camp. Tuko camp. Na ndugu yako akakuja. So we are like, how did he even find us? Apparently, we were in Naivasha. He went to G4 camping grounds before he found us. If this man is not crazy, I'm fighting for what I love. That's my wife. I'm not leaving her. Nikaambia kina kitu. Sasa unajua kwa camp, ukiwa kwa camping ground, unaweza kuwa nuko reception. Sema ndio ile gari. Like I froze. I was like, ndio ile gari. Kina kitu, he's so sweet. He came to get you. But you know, they didn't know the details.
Yes.
He's so sweet. He's coming to get you because you guys fought. I was like, I'm not talking to that man. Akasema, no, Idah, like, why are you being unreasonable? Like, sasa una overreact. I said, I'm not. Judy, Abel's wife, akaenda. She's so respectful. Akaenda huko. Hata Kate akaenda wakasema acha tumuongelesha. Akasema nini? Akasema I've come to come get Idah.
Yes.
We need to work things out. Na alikuwa mzuri. Words.
Ain't that who they are in public?
Yeah.
There's something else.
Alinigonga watu wanashindwa.
Huyu anaweza gonga inzi hata.
Is the man of God. What do you mean? Wanikaletewa chocolate na maua, nikaletewa teddy bear. Judy wakakuja, huyo alikuwa amekaa huko bado juu. Niambia Judy, ukinipatia hizo maua nda kupiga nasi. We laugh about it today. I was like, I will literally fight you with those. I am kupiga hizo maua, man. Sitaki, I don't want anything to do with this man. So akajam. I mean, he waited. Actually, he waited around for a good hour or two.
Yes.
Akajam atistaki kwenda next time. Well, what's she doing? And then, you know this, like, mtu anakuanga mpole once. I'm so sorry about
Halafu
kasirika, kwenda basi. I'm like, Allah, what is this switch of emotion? What is this personality change?
But this
like,
is who you are. Now, this is who you are.
Imagine.
Can you let us see who you are?
Exactly.
Can you just let it...
Kakasirika, tukaona gari imefanya mpaka akapiga vumbi akaenda. Sasa hiyo usiku ndio Judy akakam. Akaanza Idah, but like, what is really happening? You never talk to us like, what is happening? Mbona umeacha huyu jamaa akam from Nairobi to Naivasha? Na like hata utaki kumwongelesha, like, what is really happening? Na nikaanza kuwaambia. Niliwa nimelia, tulilia. Ushailia na kwaya. Sisi wote hivi tumekaa kwa tent, tulilia. Because I had never opened up to someone like this and telling them this will happen. And God is my witness. That man used to undress me after he beats me, and yeah, that is, I still am not over that. I'm literally not over that. But yeah, people didn't know too much about that. But like, that's the kind of man I was married to. Na nikiambia watu unajua unaogopa, like these things are shameful. Yes. Unasikia ngati unasema alinirape in marriage, unauza aje na ni bwana yako. I think I wasn't mentally at a place where
Pastor from hell.
Vitu kama hizi ni vitu unaweza ambia mtu unajua unaogopa.
Yeah.
So when I got to that point, I was like, you know what? Kama mbaya. I told them, tulilia Universal, ndio chocolate alituletea, wakaanza kukula tulikula hizo chocolate. Tukilianga tu. But you know what? At that point, I felt like I actually had people to listen. That's why this group of people is so important to me. Jackie Matubia, Masi Njoki, Abel Mutua, Philip Karanja, Kate, the actress. Hata Faith alikuwa hapo.
Yes.
Judy Nyawera, Faith, ule mwenye alikuwa na actor mother-in-law. Like, this is a group of people like,
this is family.
When I felt like I didn't have anyone, watu walinishikilia na wakuniachilia. You know, and that's when I thank God for these people twice. They literally held my hand when I needed it the most. And so I stayed with Kate for like 4 months. I was like, man, I can't, because mentally I'm not okay. Kila mali naenda unasikia, I see you here. Tulikuwa tumeenda out one time. I mean, let me tell you, like I said, I'm not gonna sit down and wallow. I mean, I don't know if I got to the point of depression.
Yeah.
But I know I drank a lot. I really drank. Mzee nilikuwa na Kate ni so supportive. Whatever I want to do, she was like, okay, it's fine. Until one day she was like, Aki, you're drinking so much. Like, can we stop? Like, you know, she literally, like, I feel like I got to that point, Mali, you know, drinking with your friends is fun.
Yeah, until...
Aki, mom tunakunywa daily. Like, can we start doing the gym? Honestly, we joined the gym. you know, we try to force that energy mali pengine. Mangu na kunywa. So one time, first of all, unaona mimi ni bibi hapa sasa nimetoka kanisa, so niko na hiyo frustration. Ni madanywa. Nini wali na kunywa? Pombe, iko Tusker, Guinness, Pilsner,
yote.
Vodka nitakunywa. Uiweke kwa meza moja tena nitakunywa yote man. And I feel like that was the lowest point of my life. Yeah. And so anyway, so after that we decided to dance at gym. Tulikuwa na vizuri tulikuwa tuona. Ni wakati kupata 6 pack karibu mkufe in Nairobi. But so, you know, what was I saying? Oh, one time we went to I forget where. Aki directions imenipotea kabisa. But some club. Yeah. So tuko na kitu tumepiga story tunakula nyama nini. This is before now we decided to change the shift the energy. Yes. Tumepiga story sio kama kulikuwa na karaoke pia or whatever. Tumekula kidogo kuna mtu amekuja, excuse me, I'm here to see my wife. After hizo months zote, now mind you, it's been months, it's been at least 2 months, at least since I left the house. So 2 months nimekuja kuchukua wife yangu like kwa club, like it started being like, unajua watu wanakujua, watu wanajua Kate, mko hapo wawili already, it's double attention. Alafu kuna huyu amekuja na anataka kuzua drama, like tulikimbia hivi tukaingia Uber, not Uber taxi, we didn't have Uber at the time. Kitty is so dramatic, and I told this story before. She does not like your like public that shouting and dra. Maze yule alikimbia hivi kuku akaingia taxi. This my guy mimi. Wako do get to there. I mean, nini nilikimbiza hiyo taxi hivi nilidandia kama 3 because this man and tulikuwa na watu wengine, so whoever you're with mnapiga umalana like it was just like you could never be with anybody who you've not slept with. And this, I think, stems from his mind because of all the vitu alikuwa anafanya now, numerous women I was talking about. Yeah. I think that's where his mind was. Yes. You know, because you're doing this, he's thinking,
everyone is doing it. Yeah.
You know, so that time. And then I stayed with Kate, I think for 4 months. Yeah. But by the time it had gotten to that, I was like, hey, I'm not okay. Because everywhere I go to nafuatwa, ndio story mkupigia tunapiga, you know, I'm like, I can't. My mental health. He's a stalker now. Now he's becoming too much. And then wale watu ati, if I can't have you, no one will. Wataniua. Nilikupigia ile story. I think before I left Nyayo, there's a lady who was murdered by her husband. Yeah. And honestly, niliangalia hivi. Ushaiangalia, unapata out of body experience, like naangalia nasema gay. Ndio inaweza kuwa mimi kesho. Unaangalia hivi wakipeleka mwili wakarusha kwa gari ya polisi. Yeah, there's a man in Nyayo at that time that killed the wife through domestic violence. Aki niliangalia hivi lini nikasema guy. So hiyo ni one, watakuja kwa hii block waseme huu ni 2, mimi nisipotoka. So that's why I left. So being with this man who said, your wife, I can't have you, nobody will. I was like, I can't do this. And so I talked to my family and I decided to leave the country. I needed to be away. I needed peace. I needed to find myself, but I had lost myself so much. Like I look at pictures of myself. Yeah. At the time, that's my guy. Yani, I mean, obviously I was a skinny girl throughout, but you can tell skinny ya shida na skinny ya mwili yako inakaa hivyo. Like I was drinking too much. I was crying a lot. Like everything was a trigger. Like it was so bad. I was like, God, I can't do this here. If I don't change like my life, I need to either, man, I even got to a point that I hate to say this, but I got to a point that I was suicidal. I was like, basi sinikufe, you know, it was bad. Niambia Mungu nitajua hapa nikufe mama yangu atabaki na. And the only reason I guess I never got through the thought is my mom. Na mwangalia ngine nasema, si alitoka. Si my mom was beaten na akatoka. Mimi nikatoka. Na mimi sina mtoto. Si alikuwa na watoto hao wawili and she survived and this is who I am today and she did the best with what she could. So I can leave and I can be that person too. I can give a better future for my kids, or even if I don't have kids now, I will be a better person tomorrow. Sitaki the next person that I'm putting in a relationship and put in this state. You know, and I was like, I'm gonna need to work on myself first. So I left.
You left everything.
I left. No, nimejaribu ku apply huko ma scholarship. Unajua hizi scholarships are 2 months, 3 months, the film school and I applied for like a dozen of them and I was like, I'm just gonna go. Aki, honestly, and I left. I left the country and I said,
you left your career,
give my mom my bank card. Nikaambia, nilitoka kwa hii country na 500 bob. Unajua 500 bob ni $5.
$5.
Mimi hata nikwambia the whole way hata maji sikununua. Unajua ile kwa ndege unaogopa because I was so new, sikuwa najua kani nitaitisha pesa.
Ukinunua
hata wakikupea maji wakinipea
so hizo juice.
Nilikuwa na hiyo 500 bob mbele nyuma.
Nilikula kwa ndege.
Nilikuwa naogopa. So najua nilipewa food but hata kuitisha maji juice nilikuwa naogopa naona kama mtu ananipanga. I didn't know I was so young. What was I, 22 at this point now? And I didn't like travel alone and stuff like that. So mimi nilikuwa niyo 500 kupitia madhe bank and kama hivi mimi ninaenda. I don't know for how long, but this year, at least like I said, mother-in-law natahidi na kufanya hizo job, nilikuwa na save kidogo. Apart from ile alikuwa ameshatumia. Because he took my car. Girl, what you mean my money? Mpaka nikipatia mother 6 hours ya maybe shopping, kama 5,000, na uzo 6,000 imeenda wapi? Na ninapigwa. Ni pesa yangu nimetengeneza. Wewe hutengenezi pesa na yangu bado unanipigia. Like it was so bad. Let me tell you, abuse can be. Na nilikuwa tu nimeketi hapo bado. I just let it happen. You know? Basa ingine.
But nothing about that is your fault though.
Abu buy hizi viatu, afu nitakupea do, ndio pesa isitoke kwa account yangu, isikae pesa imetoka viatu. Unakumbuka zile viatu flats tulikuwa tunauza tauso 5. Singe buy viatu juu ndapigwa. Niuze, what are you using this money
na
for?
Pesa ni yako. Wewe ndio umeamka saa 9
kwenda job ni mimi. Shoot. But you know what? All that to say, I went away.
You went.
I told God I have to find myself. I was lost. I went through therapy, which I would encourage anybody. Guy, you know, I don't know who I was telling. Ata akili yako, like every part of your body, it gets sick. Like you need some type of healing. Ukijugua hapa, si unataka kuponeshwa?
Yes.
And my mind was done. Like ilikuwa at the point of no return. Like either nijue ama ni kuve. Like I don't see what a future. Like I could not see a future now because first of all I've been humiliated. The things ushaona blog kuna ilinikasirisha blog imeandika ati Idah Alisha leaves her rich husband. I was like, I'm the rich one, please leave me. Can you get your facts right? I was so mad, girl. I was so mad. I'm like, I'm making the money. This man, I remember him, alikujua alifutwa, sijui alifanya nini kanisa, ni hiyo maneno wanawake. Akafutwa, akaenda kutafuta kanisa. Sasa nisichaje hii kanisa tena ni kubwa. Kidogo wana text na HR, it was nice to see you today. I hope to see you tomorrow. Sema huu ni HR. Unaenda kanisa mpya na mshaanza kuflat. Ati oh yeah, I can't wait to get to know you more. Nikamsa umemwambia uko na bibi. Ati oh, it didn't come up. It didn't come up. You don't wear your wedding ring and your wife didn't come up, but you're about to get a new job and you're trying to know this woman. But I'm like, bro, like HR wa, like you out mimi acha
ni kanisa.
Character development ilioni chapa. Na watu wa kanisa.
Yeah.
Hey. But anyway, I left. I said, I'm going to need a brand new start. And I did. And I was saying, like, any part of your body
needs healing.
You need healing. So I needed that. I can't do that
your
myself. I needed help with that.
Yeah.
Which I did get. And I thank God that I left. I really thank God. Because this would have been a whole different story. When you get there.
We are just happy you're alive, you know.
Amen.
You know, it has come to that point when someone leaves such a place, all we can say is, we are happy you're still here.
Ni mungekuwa mnapiga story gani? Mngesema unakumbuka kale kasina kalikuwa mother-in-law. Kaliku guy ni mimi nikufe na niko 20. Mimi nitaka hapa. Nitakufa nikiwa 87. Me juu lazima nizae because that's where my life was going honestly, and I make jokes about it now, but
now we can laugh about it.
Mimi nakwambia jamaa nakupiga mpaka una pass out. Like how you going to beat somebody mpaka una pass out? You wake up, nini alimpeleka mata. Nimeamka nashindwa niko wapi? Mbona kuna light? Niko hospitali, nilifikaje? I have no reconnection of how I got this to this place. Because ulinipiga nikazimia. For you to take me, uniweke kwa gari unipeleke hospitali na CGC.
Ni vitu gani zingine umenifanyia?
But why you ask I disappeared? I disappeared because of all this money.
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't feel like I could handle it.
You went.
I was too young. I was just so naive and kama nizambia mtu aki 21 no leo kikimbia. Please gojea kidogo. And listen, because I felt like I wish I listened. No, lakini unajua anaambia go lazima ujisikizie. Because watu waweza kuambia sana but you never listen.
Yes.
Mimi nilikuwa naona mnanikataa kuolewa mtanioa. Like if I don't get married to him, nyinyi ndo mtanioa because like mbona mnanikataza, you know? But I wish I listened to the reason behind it. I was young and naive and I didn't know much. But I thank God. Nimefika, niko hapa sasa.
Yeah.
Healed, I praise the Lord.
Oh, amen, amen.
Glowing.
Oh, yes, glowing.
Kama kuna mtu anaitwa Mungu. Ni Mungu.
Ni Mungu Aida.
He will take you from where you've... Unaona vile wanasema ati... Ushaifika chini unasema, where can I go from here?
Yeah.
You're already rock bottom. Like, the only other place from here is up. And I said, you're up, nitaenda.
You go... Did you stop blaming yourself?
After therapy, I did. I feel like my first... Like 4 therapy sessions, mama alichoka na mimi. Nilikuwa naingia nalia. I could not say a word. Like, it was just tears. And apparently that's okay too. Because I'm able to, it's an avenue for someone to listen to me and kind of pay attention to my feelings. Yeah. And so I just sat there, I cried. And then the next time I started talking and I said what happened. And like the violation, like just not the violation, like not just mentally, like even physically, man. Like when somebody is stripping you and trying to have sex with you when your kids beat, like that's I'm sorry for my English.
It is effed up,
like
you know?
you are the devil's child. Like you can't be doing that and waking up and going unainua mkono. Unaiogopi Mungu kwani? Like aki hizo vitu kwa zinaniuma. But then I couldn't tell nobody.
Yes.
Nani ataniamini mimi pastor ananiambia if you provoke him, nani ataniamini? And I hope there's someone mtu huko nje, mtu mwenye hakuamini, it's fine. Imagine it's your life, man. I feel like but hiyo kukuwa na hiyo family and having my mom and kina Kate and those friends I just mentioned, it helped me a lot. Juu wange niamini pia hao na hao pia wako kwa hiyo life ya limelight. Niseme hivyo sema wanakuanga hivyo.
You are ni drama queen.
Ningekuwa zile haya but then na hiyo kujua ningejaribu tu tena na maybe this time ningekuwa successful. You know what I mean?
I love your friends.
I love my friends.
I love your
friends.
friends.
I'm just blessed with some good people in my life. I really am grateful.
Yeah. I love your friends. I love them.
Me
like
too.
that for me, that's what friendship should
That's
be.
really
If
is,
that's not it, like I don't want it.
That's true. Now tulikuwa tumesota si ati tulikuwa na pesa.
Kumbuka, yeah.
But we were still like that's the one
you
thing
still
we
had each other, you know. It should be a very safe space,
right.
a very non-judgmental space.
Right.
Just let me come. I always
As
say
I
sometimes you don't have to provide solutions
Right.
for someone,
Right.
but create a space for me to vent.
That's true.
Create a space for me to express how I'm feeling. That's really important.
And I can say I got that space. I got that space with so much love, you know? Like, I got that with so much embrace. And it made sense to me why hiyo time nilikuwa natolewa kwa marafiki zangu. Ndio, you know, because if I told my friends, it probably wouldn't have gotten this far. Mtu angesema, what? Anadu? No, you know? It probably wouldn't have gotten to that point when ananipiga hivyo because mtu angeniambia, no, you're not, you know?
Yeah.
But then him taking control of my finances, what I wear, where I go, who I talk to.
That's a narcissist.
It's a narcissist. But
You
did you even know that?
No, but I'm glad we are having these conversations because the generation to come, they don't have to put up with
That's
so
true.
much crap, you know.
Yeah.
How is the US? I see you do some really nice podcasts with Sistuki. He did. During Corona, you guys, you did something amazing. You even had this live gig and
Club
stuff.
COVID.
It was Club COVID. And I just feel like you are actually doing so many things. How is life like for you there?
Honestly, life is good.
Are you free?
I am free. I am happy. For the first time in my life, I can say I'm happy. And I'm truly happy. Like, not based on anybody. You know, I'm truly happy with who I am.
Yes.
I'm happy with my body. I'm happy with myself. I'm happy with my heart. I'm happy. You know, I'm at peace. Like, well, I think at peace. Guy, you know, I remember one time I used to pray for peace. Nikwambia Mungu, I want peace. Like, peace was such a thirst. Nikwambia Mungu, only thing I'm praying for is peace. And I have it now. And I thank God. The life in the States is good. Like, now that's my life.
Yeah.
I built good friendship. I have Sistuki, who we have the podcast with.
Yes.
And Sistuki's wife, her name is June. Is a really good friend. Guy, I was really blessed with some really good people in my life. Honestly, like such an authentic person.
I just feel because you are authentic too.
Amen.
You know, energies.
We tunaitananga.
That's true.
She's
You are
such a good person. She also helps us produce the podcast. So behind the scenes to keep ikelele.
Yes.
And then I don't know, we just have made a nice little life for ourselves. I wouldn't tell you I have 72 friends. Like I can count my friends in one hand. And I'm okay with that. Like it's like the people I was counting. It's genuine people who actually have your best interest at heart.
Yeah.
And that's it. That satisfies my soul. I'm okay right there. So yeah, we do the podcast. What else do? We do the gigs.
Yes.
But this Sunny is in Kenya currently.
He is in Kenya?
Yes.
Say hi.
I will. He went to Eldoret.
Yeah.
He's going to be back this week, actually. I think today, actually.
Yeah.
He has some gigs. I'm probably going to be at his gigs, obviously. You know, I'm out there. I'm his hype man.
for me.
No, nikipiga nduru kwa sauti inaisha watu wanaongea. Kwa hiyo ndio ulikuwa unaimba. But yeah, so we do that. That's just what I do on the side. I do actually have a day job.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I do on the side.
That's on the side.
Art.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't let go of that.
Yeah.
You party your art kama niko wapi, but I still feel the need to quench that thirst.
Exactly.
Sometimes I'll like host parties for people.
Yeah.
At our musicians wanna come stage. Sometimes I'll host them or promote parties so that people know what's happening.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And
I think life is good. I really thank God.
Yeah, how was it like seeing mom, your sister after such a
it was such a long time.
You got such a nice welcoming party.
I told you those few people.
No, you know your people are good energy. I've had the opportunity to talk to Abel once in a while. I remember when I was quitting, I called him like,
like, this is happening.
Nitoke ama nisitoke.
Oh,
I was
man.
like, toka.
Follow your
Like,
heart.
follow you just have a good community that
really
you've
do.
built. And it was nice to see you guys together.
It was so
you know,
good.
it was
It was such a surprise.
so emotional
It
for
was,
you, right?
I cried. I think you know me, I'm like gangster. But anyway,
Guji.
I'm usually like, I'm gangster, I'm not crying. Kwa nalia nini? Guys, nimelia machozi yote hizo miaka zote nalia nini sai. So when we went to, where did we go? No, but they picked me up at the airport.
Yeah.
So I was like, I mean, obviously I cried at the point. I mean, I hugged these people and I could touch them after like what, close to 8 years,
Yes.
7 and something.
Yes.
So almost 8 years.
Yeah.
I'm like, guy, my people, like these are my people. Unajua ni kama uliacha mtoto na umeenda kumkujia. Yeah, it's so nice. So I did cry there, but then we had a good time. We went and did shots soon after. Like shots.
Shots.
I know, and then I didn't know about the dinner. Waliambia tu okay, tunaenda dinner.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I didn't know there was this many people coming, and the surprise. I mean, I broke down. They played. Yo, women nasema narudi nyumbani. I mean, I cried. I was so emotional. I cried again. It was such a fulfilling feeling coming home as a complete person, not the broken person that left, and still having the same people around you. Like your feeling, your feeling is just
it's inexplicable, you know.
Yeah, it was just so good. Like these are my people. They know me from the ground up. This is still my reception. I'm home with the people that I love. My mom was there. My sister was there. My 2 nephews were there. It was just everything I could.
You are surrounded by love and you
was
are
surrounded by
loud
love.
because we don't get to experience this a lot in life, you know.
Yeah, I'm
get
just so grateful.
Yeah.
Honestly, my life iko akilini. If I'm grateful for anything in hizo experiences, because now who I am, even talking like this, kama singepitia hizo nonsense nilipitia, I would not be this person. I feel like I still would be, you know, when things are just about you. Na mimi nikana marafiki zangu nalianga tu kai mimi nimefanyiwa hivi. It's just about you and misery. You know, I never got to give people a chance to, hey, what about you? How do you feel today? Like, what are you, you know? Because I had so much misery in me.
It was just all
the topic
about
was
you.
You know, and it's selfish to some extent. Because even in friendships, like, you know, like get over it. Either you get out of the situation or get over
issues.
Yeah. And so, having gone through this, I guess my mom said this, and this is how I was able to overcome all this. She said, yeah, you went through it. The best way to get over something is, angalia, what did I learn through it? Because if second nilipigwa hivi nikafanya hivi, okay, sure. But then what was the lesson you picked? Pick a lesson, even if one. It's going to, itafanya ufanye, okay, but I learned this, and you walk away.
Pick a lesson.
Like without the baggage, you know?
Yes.
And so I decided to pick a lesson. I was like, well, the next, mtu anipoint hivi. Ooh, red flag, usini point. First of all, me, I had never been, like my dad was abusive, sindio?
Yes.
Me, I knew household yote, you know, lazima tupige nduru, like we have to yell at each other. So finding peace in yourself and knowing, guy, but there I can communicate without yelling.
Yes.
And this all is through therapy. Like communication doesn't need to be at the point at say tumekasirikiana to yell to piga kelele.
And you hitting me is not okay.
And
it's
listen,
not okay.
You can literally walk away and come back and talk about it as adults. You know,
don't hit me.
And don't yell. Like those are not. That's not a healthy relationship. No, you're not supposed. Why are we yelling?
Yes.
Why are we fighting? Why are we calling each other names? Like you know, it's like.
Yeah.
So, all this to say, Mali niko aki,
you are good.
Mungu asante. Like I am content. I am happy.
Yes.
Honestly, I can say,
yes,
I forgive this man. I have forgiven this man. I have not forgotten. Forgetting takes a long time. But huyu mwanaume nilinawa hivi nikamwambia Mungu,
chukua.
Niyo ni yako. And I said, when you do actually pay back for me, Lord, make sure I cross his mind. Unajua ile kitu nakufanyia kusema insabi ya Lynn. That's all I ask. If you ever pay it back. If you feel like I needed to go through that too, that's fine. Siwe ni Mungu. Si kila kitu na happen and you know now and tomorrow and it's fine. I have forgiven. Forgetting is really tough.
Yeah.
The person who I feel like I didn't, and now I'm just talking about this and I feel like I never really forgave was the pastor which I need to deal with.
Mimi naona tuchukue tu time yetu. Hakuna haraka.
Yeah, because you see, every time I say that statement nalia, and you
do you know how many women?
The person I thought was my father figure, like.
Yeah. How many women I've spoken to and they're all about God hates divorce. Yeah. The pastor said lazima tuvumilie, we make it work. Yes. We have vows, we said our vows. It's BS.
You don't break a vow.
You just call BS when it's
actual total BS.
It's total BS. Like leave. Do we have to bury so many people so we realize?
Imagine. Na mama yangu aliniuliza sasa na in Kikuyu, you know, I forgive. No.
Yeah.
Tumehatudhike. Like, what's the point? Like, tutoke hapa tukuzike. Like,
what's the point?
Utoke kwa hiyo nyumba na body bag. Like,
no.
What is the reason?
No.
And I had such a bright future. And like you say, Aki, and I feel somewhat bad that was taken away from me.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm grateful for every opportunity. But I feel like I was at the peak. Like, Lynn, I was doing good. Unakumbuka mpaka niliact Sahidi as the same person in Mother-in-Law
and you
with
know
the same
how,
red uniform.
like the way people were like,
yeah, it was such a hype. And I was like, guy, Aki, I'm doing good. And finally in my career, I'm writing for 2 shows. Like I'm growing, I'm making money where I can move my mother from this house to the and then that was all taken away. Like I felt bad. I felt like taken aback. But in retrospect,
this was God saving you.
Yeah.
This was God saving you. Because I feel your future is so bright. You haven't even acted your best shows yet.
Amen.
You haven't even written your best scripts yet. You know, you haven't you are a star.
Amen.
You know, you are a star, and you know it. No, but you are a star. You know, one day we are going to go like Gugugala. We went on Lupita because that's our Idah.
Amen.
That's what God has in store for you. But for Him to get you there, He had to save you first.
That's
because
true.
how are you going to act when you are dead?
I can't.
You can't.
You know? Story. Another hashtag.
Yeah. So I get Mother-in-Law was a huge deal. Tahidi was a huge deal. But you've not seen God work His miracles on your life.
Amen. I really claim that. Honestly, from your mouth to God's ears, because
you are such a talent.
Amen.
Talking of talent, are we acting? Do we have, like, what do we have? Because, man,
actually,
I just say, by the way, let me tell you, this is a confession. I've said as like silent prayer.
Yeah.
I've been like, if there's a Kenyan God, if there's a Kenyan I want to see there, in those screens, it's Idah.
Amen.
It's Idah. Because you are such a natural.
It will come to pass.
You know.
Favor of God, it follows you everywhere. I tell you, even where I'm at in life right now, even with my job, like, it's God's favor. Like, I meet people and I'm like, how did I get here? How did I get this promotion? These people have been working here for 2 years.
Yes.
Niko hapa 1 year nimefanya promote. Like, how is this? And it's just God's favor. And I do claim that word.
Anarudishanga double.
Double portion.
So claim it.
I claim it. And very soon.
You miss it?
There's going to be acting. Yes, I miss acting. Guy, it's my life. Like, I'm natural. Like, I'm so, literally, I talk with my hands. I'm acting literally every time I speak.
You are natural. You know? Yes.
So I love it. It's something that I grew to love. And I do miss it, but I got a chance to do a very small role with Philip Production, which is Karanja's Baby and Kina Abel and Kina Kate, in the new show that's going to, the new movie.
It's the upcoming, it's called Click
Bang.
Yes, Click Bang.
Yes, written by Abel, obviously directed by Phil. There's just amazing talent in there.
A movie
new faces, you guys are going to love it. Yeah, I don't want to spoil it.
Yes.
But look out for it. It's such a good movie.
No,
the brains behind it. Make sure you
go
for the premiere on my behalf, because
I go to all Philip. Whether it's a movie, the shows, when everything. I just love the fact that it was so random when I called Abel and I felt there's no person in the industry I could talk to. Imagine. And he was right there waiting to listen. For me, that's a big deal. So when I can support, I usually show up.
That's why I'm here. Because when I could call you and be like, you know, and even if it was so many years back, you know, that I don't know, like how we even met, like that relationship in itself for this many years. Ni God, you know. Because utasema, like, how else do you explain this?
I think it's God. The fact that we are even here, you're on my show. I felt, like I said, when I reached out to you, I was expecting, Lynn, I know,
I'm not doing this.
It takes a lot of grace to see where you've come from.
God's good. God is good.
God means so. I know Mom will watch this. You know why I love your mom? Because I feel like your mom and my mom, they have so many things in common. Like, I just feel like your story and my story, they're just like...
And your story too. You need to tell these people your story soon.
Hold on. Mi nakuja kuichapia maju. Mutanifuata maju. Nitakuwa kwa show ya Idah. Mutanifuata huko maju. I just feel like I see her, I see my mom, because the similarities, because you know a bit of my story. Ziko tu hapo. She'll watch this. What would you want her to know?
If there's anything I like my mom to know, is I am so grateful to have her as a parent. I'm so grateful because she taught me, like, even just that experience. I was 3 years old when she left. She said, this is not what I want for my children. I can't talk. And I have, yes, sure, we may have missed some meals here and there. But Mama amejitolea. I'm just grateful that God chose her to show me the way. I keep saying, if I am half the woman she is, by then my life is set. have the woman she is. Oh, mama, I am just grateful. Like, mama yangu akisema, nakimbiaga, sitaki kusikia hata nini, hata whatever she wants, if I can provide, I will give. And I pray that God gives her a really long life so she can see my kids and get to enjoy me being a mother like she is, and like to pour into me so I can pour into the next generation. Because my mother, let me tell you, me, I have something that could be a toxic trait too. Me tukikozana nakuachanga tu men, nakuacha men. I'm like, I'm moving forward. Na hata I forget you exist. Yes. My mom utamkosea, umkosea, na bado ukimpigia atashika simu yako, okay, haya basi nakuja. You're like, why? How are you able to give people this? Like, she has a heart of gold. And that's why I'm like, if I am half the woman she is, I'll be set. She is incredible. Honestly, I would never think about life with another family ever. Hata ningekuwa mtoto wa Uhuru sai.
Acha ikae.
Imagine I would trade everything to just have the same life with my own mother, you know. I thank God for it. Mom, I love you. I appreciate you. You're the best thing that has ever happened. Why?
No, don't cry. Because you have so many people to talk to. You have a set of wonderful friends. Yeah. Your sister, your nephews, Akina Abel, Akina Jackie, Kate. What would you want
for my friends, guys? Nimelia. Acha nikwambie Nairobi nimelia. For my friends, I just want to say thank you. Honestly, for listening. We take it for granted. Yeah. Like I was saying, unaweza jiongea sana ushindagwe kusikiza watu. Si ndio? And I had this problem. I used to talk, but nilikuwa na listening here to a point now when they need me to listen, I can be able to listen. Because you know, we have that kind of relationship. Like, for listening and believing me. Even before seeing it, because over time they came to see, and then this bruise and all that. Like, they came to see it, believe it. For not questioning. Unajua saa ingine wanasemanga, kwani ukaambia mtu ai, kwani ama ni wewe ulianzisha vita. Like, for not questioning and just embracing me when I needed them the most. I think that in itself, I can't pay money for. Like, hata ukiniambia ni how much. Like, what, I can't repay these people. I could never, you know. And I'm so grateful, so grateful for you guys. I just mentioned all of you. And Kina June and Sunny, those are my family there now. It's, like, if there's something I know I'm blessed with, it's a good set of friends. I am so blessed. I hope they feel the love. I really hope.
I know they do.
I hope they feel the love, because I am so blessed. I need to try it.
I know. How sit on?
But I am so grateful.
Yes, you are grateful.
I'm so grateful for my sister. I'm just blessed that she's in my life. And I know sometimes of your life ndaga hivi juu na chini, but like not like hiyo kukuwa na system tu. Kama unaogopa kupigia madhe, unaweza pigia sister umwambie hivi ndio kunaenda, and somebody who will just encourage you and love you regardless. Like, that's so good. And I know my nephews are just so blessed to have my sister as a mom. I'm glad that I'm able to be in the journey too, and just enjoy it.
And just enjoy it.
I'm just so blessed, honestly. I'm really blessed. I am rich in love. If there's anything I can say, I am totally rich in love. I'm grateful. That's all I could ever ask.
Yeah. And to yourself, dear Idah.
To myself, guys. Idah, you come from so far. I come from so far. And with all the pain, this is who I am today. Like, all that pain built me to this. And I couldn't have it any other way. I mean, sure, if I had to choose a story, I hope there was not violence and all that. But this is my story, Sindo. And I'm glad I'm this person today because I went through it. And I owned it. And I didn't let the kelele yo, unajua kaza you're a media man. I keep repeating because aki watu wale ni destroy. You know? Hiyo kelele sikuacha inimalize. I still stood tall. Anything I do nowadays, bedhe utaona mtu anasema hivi, okay, barikiwa, because that's anakuambia nini
tusonge.
If you feel so entitled, but to myself, I am grateful that I didn't give up, because there's a point I really wanted to kill myself. Aki nilikuwa nimesema ni hivyo. I'm grateful that I gave myself another chance. You know, as much as life gave me a chance, I decided to give myself another chance, and I thank God. Like, it gets better. I tell people it gets better. Like, I don't know who I was telling, but I was like, una feel kama imefika mwisho? In fact, umefika mwisho, by the way. The only way from there is up now. Like, by the way, ukisikia umefika mwisho, it's fine.
That's it.
It's okay. It gets better. It gets better. It always gets better. There's nothing new under the sun.
Yeah.
Utaipitia na you will survive it. That I believe, and I know true to myself. Yes. It does get better.
It does get better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So many people right now especially someone will be watching this walichapwa asubuhi, wanachapwa saa hiyo, they will watch this immediately after.
Oh my God.
What would you want them to know? What would you tell them?
I don't know, because I feel like nobody can ever tell you to leave.
Yes.
And you leave until you're ready. Because I did stay. I did. I'm stuck hapa nilidanganya ati oh nilitoka tu hivyo vile niligongwa. No. I stayed for a good year. And the violence started like 2-3 months after the marriage. So I stayed. So I want to say this. You need to be ready for yourself to leave. But all in all, mimi najua mapenzi hakunanga vita. Like if somebody loves you, hakuna vile anakugonga. If somebody feels the need to hit you, to show love, there's no love, by the way. Si ni sawa. And ukitoka, watu wengine wanasemanga, niko na watoto, niko na nini, toka. Mlaleni njaa hiyo siku moja ni sawa. Ama naombeni like
hiyo mwezi surviving tu.
Toka, imagine. Let me say this, if for nothing for those kids. Because aki, kama sasa si tungetoka mimi hata sasa tungekuwa wapi kasa mimi madhi angetoka. Like you know what I mean? Like and you know you do too much damage when you think ati let me stay because of the kids. You're doing damage to the kids now and to yourself, even not knowing. Unajua kama uko na watoto, let that not stop you. Leave, honestly.
For the kids.
Life gets better. Leave for the kids. Either utoke, sahi muendelee na maisha mtastrago, kidogo sana. It gets better. Either mtoke muendelee na maisha ama ukufe uache basi. Pick a struggle. You know, but I feel like violence in a relationship is a no.
It's a no.
Even just like abuse in general, maybe mental abuse. Because
abuse doesn't have to be physical. Sometimes it's mental, sexual,
financial abuse, even sexual abuse in a relationship.
Aki ya Mungu. Toka.
You need to leave. Like mimi you need, whenever you sit down, jite mkutano, jiulize ni nini unaona. Do you see a future with this man akiendelea kupiga? Utakufa, man. Like utakufa. Like if you sitting there for the kids, by the way utakufa uache. I'm just letting you know, like you will, utawaacha. And you're destroying their life more than you think you're helping them. Toka. Like just leave and do your life. God's got you. Kama kuna kitu najua ni Mungu hajaniachilia. Na hiyo ndio, that's the testimony I would give. God has got. Mimi nakanga hivi sengine nasema, "Hey, God. Yeye unanipenda." Like all this now watu wote wa kanisa nimeambia, "Oh, alitoka kanisa amekuwa sijui nini." But mimi Mungu wangu bado amenishikilia. And I pride in that. I pride in that.
I don't want to rush you, but before we wind up, is there something you think we should have touched on that we did not touch on? And also, where can my people find you? I know you are. It's Idah Alisha people, so it's like, but where can people find you? And is there anything you think we should have touched on that we did not touch on?
The only thing I would say is only if you believe in yourself, honestly, hakuna mtu atakwambia kitu. Me, I believe in myself so bad. Unaweza niambia siwezi panda hii mti na nitapanda. Juu mimi najiambia nitaipanda hii mti, you know? But believing in yourself is one thing that I've come to learn. Get me right? I've come to learn to do. Because niliwana tukano, I was stripped out of all that. So I've come to learn to do that. So right now, you can say whatever you say and I'm going to smile. So,
because you know who you are.
I know who I am.
And if I know who I am, you don't get to tell me who I am, you know? Exactly,
So I decide who I am. So believe in yourself, that's a big thing. That's a really big thing. And you got this. Like, mimi niliona mali unaweka akili unasema haki mimi siku moja nitaenda hivi na nifanye hivi. Haki unafanya. Imagine if you just set your mind to it, you will. Yeah, sure, there'll be problems in the middle. But you'll get through to it.
You'll get through it.
Yeah, so watu wananipata wapi? I'm on social media a lot. Najinda huko Instagram, man. So if you're looking for me on Instagram, it's at Idah_Alisha. Actually on all my platforms.
All your socials.
It's Idah Alisha, Either Idah Alisha ama Idah_Alisha. And now I have a Facebook page. Do wameshinda wakinisumbua mbona huko Facebook? Niko Facebook.
We are good. Because my people also they are so wako huko Facebook. So
Aki niko Facebook aki. Sasa nawapatia content Facebook. But sometimes I get lazy. Like I have an actual,
allowed.
You know,
it's
life
allowed.
aside from this one. So aside from the social media, I mean. So sometimes I get lazy, so don't be too harsh. I'm gonna give you content, but find me there. It would be nice to interact. And let me tell you, even just to hear your stories sometimes on the DMs, ngine kinalianga. Mtu ananiandikia message sasa undamsaidiaje? Siwezi kutoa, you know, but just a word of encouragement in itself, which is what I needed when I was in that situation, is what
enough.
I give.
It's
I tell people, and I get through all my DMs, maybe later. Because ni mob. I'm sure you have so many too. You can't get through to all of them. But once I do, I will write back to you. Mostly in this kind of situations, I will. I'll take a while, be patient, but I will. And Mimi, I will never tell you otherwise. I tell you to leave.
Yeah.
That's it, period.
That's period.
You
Yeah,
leave.
she's also on YouTube, guys.
Oh, I'm also on YouTube.
Yes,
I have not posted on YouTube
because
for
why?
so long. Actually,
Yes.
Actually, can be live.
But take
And
your
I tell
time,
people,
though.
I'm also human, man. Sometimes I can't even my mini choker skip for anything.
Skip
Like,
fanya. Yeah.
and it is what it is. I
It
will
is.
try and do more content
Yeah,
on YouTube too.
yeah.
But I am on YouTube as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, I'll try and give. But you know what? You can listen to my podcast. That's the best way
Yes,
to find me because you
yeah.
can record
Yes,
always.
always.
And it was Sunday Wind Down podcast.
Yeah.
Now, can
Sunday Wind Down.
Yeah, wine
Yes.
like actual wine down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you go on my socials like Instagram or Facebook, utaona
It's
iko
there.
hapo.
Oh, okay. Thank you, my
Yeah,
friend.
you're so
I feel
welcome.
like I
feel
just
so
sat here and I
good.
spoke to a friend.
Me too.
Like,
Honestly, me too.
Idah, God.
Me too. Like telling this to somebody who cares. Like not somebody who just wants a story. You know what I mean?
No.
It's good.
I feel like I just did.
First time I literally
yeah.
talked about this.
Yeah, and
It's
it's the first time.
first time in public, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you.
Yeah, you're so welcome.
Thank
I
you.
couldn't do this with anybody else. Honestly, I
Thank
would
you.
not.
I'm humbled.
Yeah,
I wish
thank
you
you.
all the best,
Thank
Idah,
you.
from
Amen.
deep down my heart.
I know, babe. I know
I-
your
I
heart.
just-
I know.
Go up there and conquer.
Amen.
You know,
I
go. Me, I mean,
Sito
I'm just
Aibisha.
going to say positive, you know. I'm just going to throw positive vibes your
Amen, I
way.
receive.
Go out there and conquer the world.
Amen.
As I said
will.
when we started, you are a star of our time.
Amen.
I've not seen such a brilliant act.
Thank
Like,
you,
you
Asante.
are so beautiful, you know. And to know you've gone through all this
Yeah.
and you're still willing to stand up, rise again, and still conquer, you know.
It's
So many
God.
people are going to be encouraged
Amen. I
because
hope so.
many people will be like, Idah came out and she spoke.
Imagine.
Sometimes you don't see the
been- yeah,
magnitude or the impact of you speaking out,
I
but
guess
you
so.
don't know who you just saved today.
Yeah, I
You don't
hope-
know who you
I hope
just
I did.
saved to.
I
You'll
really
just
hope
see
I
it in
did.
your DMs. I saw your story on LNN and I was like, oh my God. And for me, that's enough.
Yeah,
To know we
that's enough.
saved one person through this show,
Yeah, that's
through
it.
this conversation,
That's it.
it's enough. Kai, you know the problem, guys, when you are touching up with someone you really love, someone
know.
who
It's
you
like we
really
have so
you
much
ca-
to
like
talk
there's so
about.
much to talk about. So I'm sorry if this comes out as selfish because I know I'm doing some of this for me, but I just wish you the best.
Amen.
And
I
when you
receive it.
come back home, feel free to come here. Yeah. Should we wind up?
I think we should.
We
I
should?
think it's been great.
It's
Honestly,
been
it's been great. I feel lighter, funny enough.
Me
I remember
too.
when I told Kate, I'm going to talk to Lynn. She looked at me, she said, are you sure? Are you ready? And I was
Yeah.
like, for the first time in my life, I'm actually ready to tell this story with no bitterness. Just tell the truth. Like, just tell my truth. You know what I
Your
mean?
truth.
And it's literally the first time, like,
Yeah.
you know, and I feel lighter, you know,
You
it's
feel
kind,
like-
it feels good. Like,
Yeah.
sasa
Thank
ni
you.
vizuri, ni mzigo nimetoa kwa mabega pia mimi.
Umetoa nani kutu encourage,
Yeah,
encourage.
encourage,
You
yeah.
don't know whose life you saved. Wish you all the best,
I
my
love
friend.
you, girl.
I love you.
I'm grateful.
just-
Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for coming. As I said, I was not even sure. I was just like, trying
Like,
my
girl, you
luck
see-
here.
I know.
But I'm
I
like,
saw your name. I was like, damn, yes. What
Yeah,
do you
so-
mean?
yeah,
I
so
was like, even if we come
yes.
here and talk about your Jamaa Kamani.
tuko tu
niko
sawa.
man,
Tuko
niko tu
sawa. We are sawa.
Yeah.
Thank you. Wish you all the best, my
Yeah.
people. I would love to hear from you on the comment section. What stood out for you most on this conversation? As I said, for me, I was talking to a friend. I think we go way back, and to see her here saying, I feel safe.
Yeah.
That's important. To see you here say you feel safe, for
Yeah.
me, that's important.
I can't even imagine. I use the word safe. Imagine.
Yeah.
It's,
You're allowed to feel safe every other time. So guys, let's let's just on the comment section let me know what you think of today's conversation and what have you learned, what's your take home, because at the end of the day, what are the lessons that we are picking? Okay, tumeongea, but what are the lessons that we are picking? You know, I'm gonna be, as we are speaking, her socials are here on the screen. Please reach out to her. Her YouTube channel will also be pinned on the comment section. Guys, go subscribe. I know she's not active, but who knows, one day you will wake up to a video and you're like, thank God I subscribed. So please check her out. As you heard, she's going to be in the new movie by Feel It Productions. So I can't wait even to share that with you guys on our community, our Insta stories. So stay tuned for that. It's important to know that you're enough. I think it's very important for you to know that no matter what's going on in your life right now, it's okay to live. No matter what people say, no matter what you think right now, no matter ati tutakosa chakula, live. I've watched my mom do it with her 4 kids, and I'm here. I don't know which story I would be telling right now, but I'm so grateful to that woman because she showed me it's okay. We are not encouraging people to end their marriages. Like, let me tell you, love is not violence.
Right.
You cannot beat me and convince me that you love me. Iyo ni hizo vitu za watu wa your generation. Whatever you feel like doing right now to save yourself, it's okay to live. Don't worry about what the society will say about you, sijui blah 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 blah. If you feel like living, by the way, live. It's okay for us to have you alive rather than suffer. So no, these conversations are very important. I'm happy we have people in our generation who are saying, you know what, ayo kitu si kila, iyo si kila kitu, mi uhai wangu ni kila kitu. So I'm happy that we are having these conversations. And also, what other conversations would you like us to have on this platform? As always, I do not do this alone. I have my incredible team, the legendary camera person and director Edwin Ochieng, aka Baba Bryson. Sasa ni nini aka Baba Bryson. Shout out, thank you so much. And of course to our other team members, Saveli Barashkov and David Moredi. I appreciate you guys. And of course, thank you so much Optiven for sponsoring this episode. My people, sometimes we need money to make these episodes happen. So thank you so much Optiven for sponsoring. Guys, check out their property. Their number is right here on the screen. And of course to you for watching. Hakuna kitu tunakata kwa hii episode. So hata mkiona imeenda 1 hour sijui 40 or 50 minutes inaenda ikiwa my director says imeenda 2 hours. And we have to upload it as it is because this conversation is really important. Stay tuned for our next episode. Till next time, asanteni sana. God bless.